welcome along. This is our usual Monday night session here in the garage where we talk all things Audi TT. So welcome along. I'm Andy, as mentioned, and this is the Audi TT Live on a Monday show. I hope you're all well, and if you are, then, well, even if you're not, why don't you put a comment in the chat tonight, because the comments tonight are going to mean if you leave a comment and you are subscribed to the channel, you are in with a chance to win a prize. So this is the first week we're doing this. I get sent lots of things, as you know, from the channel or for the channel. And I thought, well, it's time that I give back a little bit on some of the things that get sent. So I'm running a channel giveaway tonight. So if you are subscribed to the channel and you leave a comment down in the live chat, then you will be entered into a draw. All the people that enter, that leave a comment on tonight's show, will be on the chance of winning it. Steve Craddock, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Andy, how are you doing as well? Again, you're the first two to leave a comment, so your names will go into that draw to win one of these, which is a great gadget from TOPDON. It's a Carpal TOPDON OBD2 scanner. I use one. You can see another one there I've got in the box. Love it. So here is a brand new one, unopened in the box. So that is going to be the grand prize for one lucky viewer tonight. The prize requirement will be you need to be subscribed to the channel and you need to leave a comment in the chat. And that will be drawn live at SpringFest on the 31st of May, Sunday the 31st of May. And we'll do it live on the channel at the same time so you can see it being drawn. So that's a great little thing. So, guys, what are you up to this evening? Let me know in the comments what you've been up to. Good evening to everyone jumping on. Paul, hi. Stuart, hi. Tracy, hello from Iowa. Wow, from Iowa. How are you doing tonight over in the US? Hope you're doing well. Guys, if you enjoy what you're watching, remember to give this a thumbs up so we can get the message out there. And, of course, spread this live far and wide. Take a copy of this link. Click the little share icon, the little curly arrow, and go and post it somewhere. Go and post it on Instagram, Facebook, social media, somewhere. Get it out there so we can get more people on this live tonight. The more people, the better. So I thought we'd start tonight by saying a big hello to you all. And obviously, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Of course, Tracy's already let us know where she's watching from. But guys, where are you all watching me from tonight? Be interested to know where we are reaching out to. So I've talked about the competition. And of course, because I get sent a lot of this stuff now, I am going to be doing more reviews on the channel because I think because people send me stuff and hopefully, you know, I'm trustworthy, that my reviews are going to be only for products that I think are any good as well. Get sent a lot of stuff for the channel, and if it's no good, I won't review it. So I will let people know. Dan, you're watching from your truck. Got a little present from Dan hanging up, actually. I'm going to go and grab that in a minute that Dan gave me last Thursday. TRV010 is watching from Tallinn. Well, I think that's Estonia, isn't it? Tallinn, am I right? Pretty sure that's Estonia. Phil's watching from Wiltshire. Steve Childers, Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome along, more US watchers tonight. Great to have you all along, people, and great to know that the channel reaches far and wide. Of course, if you are subscribed to the channel, guys, that you will be entered into the draw tonight if you leave a comment as well. So definitely worth leaving a comment tonight and making sure you subscribe, because I can only make it available to my subscribers. But I'm just going to quickly grab what's hanging up on the garage. I want to share with you what Dan gave me in the week. And let me know if you know there's something out there that this can work on. 1 second, guys. So here we go. Look at this for a spanner. Look at that for a spanner. So Dan Clark, that's in the comments, gave me that last Thursday night. So that, you know how we have a different size spanners, like, you know, 17 mil, 15 mil, 10 mil. That is a 50, guys. That is a 50 mil spanner. You can see the size of that. I mean, how cool is that? If you've got a bigger spanner than that, then let me know. I want to see it, because that is a monster. Maybe we'll have Rate My Spanner night. Look at that. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be undoing on that. I can't find anything on the TT big enough yet. But if you know of a vehicle or anything I can use that on, then let me know. But yeah, thank you again, Dan, for donating that spanner to me. Amazing. It's great to see things like that. I've got the sign up on top of the car tonight as well, so you can see the light up sign. If I turn the lights out, you can see it all lit up, which is pretty cool. Good evening, people that are on. I'm just having a little look through. So, Vanessa, good evening. Thank you for being one of my mods tonight. Music Audio React, good evening. How are you doing? Dan, thank you very much, buddy. Richard Stevenson, evening, Andy. What was the gadget you used a couple of weeks ago to clean the windscreen? Thanks, Richard. You're talking about this. I think I'm going to grab that. We'll talk about that as well. This is really cool. So all it was a little, and you can, if you are on TikTok, you can get these on my TikTok shop actually. So you can buy these from my TikTok shop. I think they're about £15, and it's just a little battery port, USB-C. So if I turn it on, which end do I turn it on? It might be out of battery, this one now. Oh, there you go. Comes to life. There you go. It's got 3 settings. And you think, well, that's not spinning very fast, but amazing. It comes with some like windscreen clearing paste that you put on the windscreen, and it polishes away all of the bugs and the rubbish of the windscreen. It makes a great job. So that's the little gadget I was talking about the other week. Again, that's on my TikTok shop. So if you're interested in that, Richard, definitely pick one of those up. If you want a link to that and you can't find it, then definitely send me a message. But they're really quite cool. I also used it to clean the Tesla's bumper because there were lots of flies and stuff on the bumper. I've got some new spray as well. I haven't tried it yet. Just looking around the garage, see if I can frantically see it. I can spot it. There's this stuff. I don't know what it's like yet, but these bug spray off the car. See, this is from Lidl, I think it's Parkside. So I'm going to use that and give that a go and see if that's any good to clean bugs off the windscreen. Hi Phil, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I'll add you to the reserve list for Springfest. Can you remove scratches on the paint? This can, yes. So this is obviously if it's not too deep, this will polish them out. You get 2 tubes of cutting compound with this, and you get 2 tubes of windscreen clearing paste as well. So the stuff that you get for doing the paste, this is like a cutting compound. It's really good. I've got a bottle of tea cut I got from Lidl last week for £4.50, I think it was. Amazing. So I'll grab some of that. Claire, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining on. Someone's watching from rainy and cold Dublin. I guess it's Richard Stevenson. How you doing, Richard? Hope you're well, buddy, as well. Again, guys, if you're watching tonight, by leaving a comment down in the comments and being a subscriber, you'll be in with a chance to win one of these. So this will be drawn live at Springfest, and this is a Carpal TOPDON Carpal scanner. This is an OBD2 scanner, and you will use this for scanning codes on the car. It works with your phone. Great little gadget. I've used a lot of TOPDON products over the time. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know how much I rate TOPDON stuff. I've got a second one right here. I've got one that I use, which is in the box here, so we can open this one up and have a look at this. There you go. So there it is. There it is. They're in the box there. So you just plug it in under the dash. So the OBD2 port on the Audi TT is just under the driver's side on the UK cars. It's just under below the fuse box, just underneath where your feet are. But yeah, plug it in. It tells you all the problems with your car, and we're going to touch on that tonight because I had a bit of an interesting request through via email earlier, and I thought I'd touch on that and ask you guys for some advice so we can cover that off. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot more review videos. I've got a lot of items here. I've got a lot of jumper packs for jump starting cars. I've got a lot of dash cams as well, funny enough, for putting in the car. So if you're after a dash cam, I've got a really good range of them now. I've got some that will be available for sale at Springfest if you want one when you come here on that day. But you can also pick them up from my TikTok shop also. But yeah, so one of the requests that came in today was from a lady called Penny. Penny is the owner of a V6. Penny, if you're out there tonight, I know you're going to watch, so hopefully you're on now. I'm going to touch quickly on what Penny was talking about and ask you guys what your thoughts are and the whole MOT scene right now. So Penny's got a V6 and she's taken it for an MOT, and it's got a string of repair immediately type faults on it rather than advisories. And she's asked my opinion on if they're worth salvaging, because the garage have told her basically it might as well scrap the car. And I looked through the list of problems, and I was pretty horrified by what they were telling her after what was there to be done. But does the code reader work on the Mark 1 TT? Steve Craddock, well, I hope it does, because I've been using it on mine for the last couple of months. So yeah, it definitely works on the Mark 1 TT. Absolutely. Hi Phil, how you doing as well, buddy? Glad you're on as well. But yeah, so anyway, so Penny had took it for an MOT, and they told her it's worth it, might as well scrap it. So I'm going to rattle off these things, guys, and just have a listen to what they are, and I sort of gave them my opinion of what they could be and how much things, well, not how much things would cost, but how difficult these things were to fix. And the first one, it's hard to tell, isn't it, without seeing the car? I know, but I just thought I'd just shout these out. Front position lamp not working ×2. Well, that's telling me that her headlights are out, and I think from that it's likely to be something that could be as simple as a bulb. It could be a fuse that's blown. So those sort of things, I can't see that being a reason to scrap the car. The next one was the engine MIL inoperative or indicates a malfunction. That could be as simple as you've got an engine management light on, and again, that's where one of these comes in really helpful, because one of the MOT checks you can do on these old cars before you take it to the MOT station is look on your dash, use your eyes, look on the dash and look for that funny like little yellow symbol that shows like an engine with a little like propeller coming off it, is the best way to describe it. That little symbol is your engine management light. It's telling you you've got a fault with the car somewhere. Now, having one of these will allow you to firstly clear any faults. You can read the faults obviously by using this and telling you what the problem is, but you can also clear it down, see if that light goes out. If that light goes off, happy days, if it doesn't come back on, take it to the MOT station, get it through. But what they will do is if it's got a engine management light on, it's an instant fail. They won't pass it. So it's definitely worth making sure you haven't got your lights on. If you have, don't take it for an MOT because it will fail. But with one of these, you can clear the code. And if you can't clear the code, it will tell you what the problem is so you can get the problem fixed. If you take it to a garage and you get them to plug in your car to have codes read, it can cost you anywhere from between £50 and £100 to have it read, have the codes read, not to be fixed, just to read the code. So save yourself some money, pick up one of these. You can get these as cheap on Amazon for about 12 quid. Now this particular one, this TOPDON one, is about £50 to buy, and this is the one that I'm giving away tonight. So just simply add a comment to the live chat down below to be eligible to win this. You've got to be a subscriber, and you've also got to be leaving a comment. And if you are, you'll be in with a chance to win this, and it will be drawn at SpringFest on the 31st of May. So there we go. So engine management light, supplementary restraint system warning lamp indicates a fault. Now that's suggesting that there's some problem with the seat belts. That could be, from my knowledge, that could be just like the actual the inertial seatbelt restraints are causing a problem. It could be the clock spring could be causing a problem. It could be some problem with the wiring on the seats, an airbag problem. It could be a lot of things. And don't forget, there was an airbag recall for these cars. And if you've not done it yet, no matter how old your car is, you can ring up Audi, give them registration number of your car, and you can get to check, see if there's any recalls outstanding for the car. There could still be recalls out there for people that they haven't had the car recalled and had those things fixed. If you're picking up the car and you're a new owner, definitely worth getting that checked, because there could be a lot of stuff that Audi will have to fix for free on your car. So worth checking out. But yeah, so that could be a lot of things. I don't think they're major problems. Again, it's not like there's an engine problem, or so I think they're also pretty quite cheap fixes. Offside rear tyres are cut in excess of the required depth, enough to reach the ply or cords. New tyre, easy fix that one. Near side front inner drive shaft constant velocity joint, which is obviously the CV boot, is split or insecure, no longer prevents the ingress of dirt. That's a split CV boot on the drive shaft. We know what that is. We've done that on this car. A new boot or a new drive shaft from J&R Drive Shafts. Although people are very up and down on J&R Drive Shafts. They do say they're good. Some say they're good. Some say they're bad. I've never had a problem with one. You get a new drive shaft for £45 and get it fitted. So that's, again, it's all doable stuff we're talking about here. The near side front anti-roll bar linkage ball joint dust cover no longer prevents the ingress of dirt. Well, that's probably going to be a drop link that's causing the problem, I'd imagine. And drop links about 20 quid to get them changed, so definitely worth doing. Just having a quick look through the comments. I know a lot of people are putting chats up. So, guys, if I've not responded to you yet, Bob, not sure if TTs are sensitive as my Range Rover, but I get the engine management light on the Range Rover just because I didn't put the petrol cap on correctly. Yeah, they are pretty sensitive, but I don't know if they're that sensitive. First of the falling, good evening. Music Audio React, waving or clapping, not sure what there. Good evening, Darren, on from the US as well. Yeah, the Audi will flag an evac leak for that, yes. Absolutely. Mrs. Jugs, ours has a recall for airbags. They had to replace all the gas-free. They recall was at least 10 years old. Yeah, so there you go. You can still get them done. Andy or chat, please help in the high-pressure power steering pump for the Mark 1 Roadster. Petrol to the... My second part is now wrong, apparently. Claire, I know you've had problems with that. I know you were dealing with Mark Stanley on that, so hopefully Mark will better help you out. If you tell him exactly what you've got, he will definitely help it out. So the pipe for the Mark 150 front wheel drive is different to the 180. Okay, we can have a look at that in a minute, Claire. I think we'll just try and pick that up. There's a lot of comments coming in now. Just going to go through the rest of these items to see what you guys think as well. Near rear headlamp leveling device and operative. Well, that's obviously the headlight leveling sensor. It's probably broken, rusted away. You can get a second-hand one pretty cheap from a breaker. And that's it for the failures. And from that, Penny was told you might as well scrap the car. Well, that's, you know, for work involved, it might be £200 or £300 worth of work at a garage maybe to cover those bits off. But that's it. That's not a scrap your car time. So this is a 3.6 with about 108,000 3.6, 3.2 V6 with about 108,000 miles on it. So it's not massively high, and I would imagine it's definitely worth keeping on the road. What do you guys think? Do you think, from what I've just rattled off, that car is a breaker and it's might as well get rid of it? I don't think so. I think it's worth keeping on the road for those quite simple little bits that fail on a lot of cars. I'm just going to go back to the chat, but I'm going to see if we can rattle through a few of these. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think from what I've gone through on Penny's car, if you think what your thoughts are on that. So the 150 two-wheel drive 1.8 petrol is different to the 1.8 HP Roadster. My second part is wrong. So what is it? So you have a 180 Roadster. Is that what you're saying, Claire? And you've been sent apart from a 150. Mr. GMT, thank you for your kind donation, sir. Always a big support of the channel. Massively appreciate that, sir. And of course, you will also go into the draw, even though you're over in Oz. You'll definitely be entered into the draw for winning the TOPDON Carpal that we've got tonight. So again, guys, if you are a subscriber to the channel and you have put a comment here tonight, you will go into a draw to win the TOPDON Carpal. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching me for the first time, definitely worth subscribing to the channel and obviously put a comment in the chat so you can win this as well, because that is definitely worth winning, I think, because they are about £50 to buy. So if you win that, you've done yourself a favour. Plumjacks, I got the specific one for like 100 quid. Can the next giveaway be that rather delicious under trade and the winner be me? No, I can't give away the under trade because it's got to go back on the Roadster. But funny enough, I had a vehicle here yesterday in the garage. So yesterday morning, I had a car in for it came back for a second visit, because you may recall a few weeks ago I had a look at Colin Andrews' leak that he had that was coming from his washer bottle. He had a leaky washer bottle, and we took, luckily I've got a second washer bottle down here on the floor to pick up. So there's my spare washer bottle out the breaker, and you can see there what at the bottom there, this pump here is the pump. This is the pump for your front headlight washers, the aliens as they're called. And the way they work, I'm going to put these down for a second so I can show you. Put that there. I'm going to put a little polisher over there as well. So the way these work is they have a pump that runs down there, and that's for the windscreen washers, the top one, and the bottom one is for your headlight washers. And if I just push that out there, there's the little pump, and you can see a little black bit on the end there, that bit. So that goes inside that grommet. There's a grommet up there. You can see there's that grommet. So that's the grommet. And these grommets, obviously, they've been in the car for maybe, I don't know, the length of the car, 25 years now, some of these. And of course, they perish and they get brittle, and then they let water out like any tap washer would do. So what I did, I took the washer off this one out of here, You can't probably see, there's that one there. And we swapped it over because it was in better condition than the one on Colin's car. And it was held, it was okay for a few days, but then it started dripping again. So I said to Colin, it might hold, it might not, and unfortunately it didn't hold. So he's gone out and bought 2 new grommets for the bottle. They were £10 for a pair of grommets. We replaced it yesterday and it's fixed the problem. So again, this lives in your passenger wheel arch. So you take the wheel arch liner out, it gives you access to this. It's held in place by 2 10mm bolts here and here. You can then drop it down. You can undo the pipe work from it, take the pipe out, put a new grommet in, and happy days, off it goes again. So that's a nice little cheap fix. If you've got a drip coming from or your washer bottle is leaking, that's how you fix that. Guys, if you're enjoying what you're watching tonight as well, then please do give the video a thumbs up. So there's 32 people, only 15 people have given it a thumbs up so far. So definitely think about giving it a thumbs up if you're enjoying what you're watching, enjoying the content, and you enjoy what I do in the Audi TT Mark 1 scene. So hopefully that's helped you out on that if you've got the same problem with your bottle. And also, did you know, because when Colin was here, he said, oh, I haven't got headlight washers. I said, I think you have. He said, no, I haven't. And I looked at the bumper and you've got the little square door just below your headlight. And if I go down there like that, can you see this little square door just here? If I can put my finger in it, I can't quite get my finger in from this angle. Essentially, it has like a little door. And behind that little door is your headlight washer that pops out and it will wash your headlights. And how does it work? How do you activate it? Well, you don't normally see it because you're normally in the car when they activate. And the way you do it is you have your headlights turned on. So you have to have your headlights on for this. And then what you do, you pull and hold your windscreen washers for about 3 seconds. And during that time, you'll hear the tone change of the windscreen washer pump. It'll goes higher pitched. And when it goes higher pitched, what it's doing, it's pumping the fluid to the headlight washers, and the pressure, the actual hydraulic pressure of going to the aliens, as they're called, at the front, pushes them out through that door, squirts the headlights, and then they go away again. So then you get out of the car and have a look, and you can't see anything because they've gone away again. You never see them actually working. So best thing to do is set up a little camera in front of that. Maybe put your phone on record and set it in front if you want to see them. But you can definitely tell they work by the pitch change. And of course, when you get out, your headlights will be wet. However, Audi TT Mark 1s being Audi TT Mark 1s, the headlight washers are really not worth the hassle, if I'm perfectly honest. I think in Northern Ireland, I think if you have them fitted, they are an MOT failure that they have to work. But over here in the UK, even if you've got them, they don't have to work. It's not an MOT failure. But yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't use them, you don't know they're there. But Claire's just sent something, I think. What have you sent, Claire? Oh, Claire sent £10. Thank you, Claire. That's very kind of you. Claire sent me a super thanks. Thank you very much, Claire. Massively appreciate that. Let's see if we can get your your power steering pipe sorted. If you've spoken to Mark, if not, I know you ordered it from Mark. If you haven't spoken to Mark, let me know. But thank you very much for your kind donation, Claire. Massively appreciated. I'm just going through some of the comments. If they've gone to Quick Fit for MOT, they will be super strict. Yeah. The one Mark sent me is apparently wrong, but it's not. Oh, I just put a. Oh, I don't want to put that on. I've got a green screen on. I'm just going through the comments. Sorry, guys. I'm rattling away, chatting away, and loads of comments coming in. I'm going to try and keep on top of this. The one Mark sent me is apparently wrong, but it's not for a 150 Roadster. I'm waiting to try. Okay, so I thought you said that you've got a 180 Roadster, and then you're saying it, but it's not from a 150 Roadster. So it shouldn't be if it's for a 180. I'm not sure which way around you need it. So let's make sure that. Let's see, make sure we get that right so we know to go to Mark. Take the 3.2 elsewhere. Absolutely. Tony Hollyoak, good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. Sounds like they want her car. It's not a scrapper for sure. Yeah, these are all the comments going back to Penny's car. So, guys, just going through it. Steve Chesham, how are you doing this evening, buddy? Hope you're all well. Looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. BOB, 100% not a breaker. They want to sell it for parts. Yeah, interesting. Buy a TOPDON, turn the lights off, and do the jobs. Find a different garage to do the work. Absolutely, Steve. If you love the car, get it fixed. V6 is going to be a collector's car. Absolutely is, Stuart. Phil Gonzalez, I think they just want to wash their hands and not do all that. Probably see it as a non-money maker. Yeah, I think that's probably a big factor in it, to be perfectly honest. I think nowadays that garages, when they want looking to scrap the car, they might not be looking to scrap your car because they want the parts, but they might be thinking getting hold of the parts is an absolute hassle because the parts are getting rare. So trying to track the parts down is a pain in the backside. They might also think, do you know what, for the work that's involved in it, there's a lot of jobs on the TT that you don't want to do, even if you're a mechanic, I think. So it could be a case of they think, do you know what, for the work involved in that, what we're going to get out of it, it's not worth it. And they just want to wash their hands of it. Definitely don't think it's a breaker, though. Absolutely right. Steve Cow, good evening, sir. I hope you're doing well. Plum Jacks, I just spent £1,000 on my 225 BAM, but it did need exhaust manifold though. But where am I going to get another good car for £1,000? Exactly that, sir. That's the exact thing. Marcus, evening, Andy. I'm doing pickup pipe, oil and filter change and Haldex this week. Prep for Springfest. Make sure you get your t-shirts. I know you were after a t-shirt, Marcus. So, guys, if you are coming to Springfest and you want some merch, some Springfest merch, then you can check out my range of merch over on my merch page, which is sellshirts.com/marketplace/Andycharger. Link is also on my channel homepage. It's got a range of Springfest t-shirts and hoodies and a range of Andycharger t-shirts and hoodies just like this. So if you want the Andycharger hoodies and t-shirts, you know where to come. Lots of different colours. Paul Hutchinson, question on the 3.2 change: is a plus or a minus reading the best, or is it either way? I think it's depending on where it's measured from. I think is depending on what side it. I'll try and draw a diagram in the air now. So the chains go round like this, and then they come back down and go around the bottom. And I think that negative or plus is on those. It's on the tensioners, I think, is where they see the difference on the difference out. And I think that plus or minus is depending on which side it is. I think I might be wrong, but I think that's pretty sure it is. Chrissy Jamie, hi Andy, heading down Kent Way on Wednesday and Thursday. I don't suppose you have any drop links I could buy off you. No, I need some myself, so I haven't got any, I'm afraid, Christoph. I haven't got any here. I'm at work Wednesday and Thursday as well, unfortunately. Dandy, just hit the time travel button there. I have a 150. Claire's got 150. Okay, so it's a 150 road to the part you need then, Claire. So let's see if we can get hold of Mark and sort of get him on. He might be on it. I don't know if Mark Stanley, if you're out there tonight, maybe we can solve that problem. Hopefully we can. Failed in Miami today. Both rear springs fractured. We'll be replacing both this week. Any tips? Steve Cow, have you got a 3.2 V6 or a 225, like a 1.8 turbo? The springs for the 3.2 are getting hard to get hold of. You probably have to look aftermarket, or the breakers you might find some, but they are getting worn out. Claire has a rotor, she does, yeah. Right, Darren says, just discovered a broken rear coil spring on my D2 S8 as well. I get to do that this weekend. Fun. Paul, cheers. Welcome along everyone that's on as well, guys. 38 if you're out there at the moment. 30 thumbs up. If you haven't given it a thumbs up yet, then definitely give it a thumbs up. And again, I will mention it again because there's a lot of people that have joined on now. We are running a competition giveaway tonight. So if you want to be in the chance to win one of these, a TOPDON Carpal for scanning your car, so you'll be able to read codes, you'll be able to wipe codes, you'll be able to do all sorts of great bits and pieces on the car, check out problems that you've got on the car. You can get a chance by winning one of these by being a subscriber to the channel, and also by putting a comment in the live chat tonight. Put a comment in the live chat and you will be up for winning one of these. Absolutely worth doing. So these are £50 to buy. So it's definitely a nice little win for someone if they get this. I've got one. I love using it. It sits in the glove box. It's nice and small. Put it in your glove box. Happy days. And I'd just like to say I'm getting nothing by talking about our TOPDON. TOPDON aren't giving me anything other than sending me one of these. So I've not... and of course, I'm giving it away, so I'm not getting anything for that. Although I suppose if you bought one off my channel, my TikTok page, then obviously I might get something out of it. So definitely buy it off my TikTok page if you're looking for one. Nick Hardy, thanks for tonight. Always really helpful. I need to go now, but we'll watch the rest of it. No worries, Nick. Nice to have you along, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for being on tonight. The scanners are a must-have, to be fair. Absolutely are. Chris Cott, evening, mate. My t-shirts arrived last week. Brilliant. So a lot. Chris, can you send me a picture of you in your t-shirt? Because what I want to do is I'm going to build like a montage of all people that have that are happy to share the picture, that have got the merch. We saw loads of people at the International TT show last month in the hoodies walking around, which was great to see all the different colour hoodies that are around, all with the Andycharger logo on it. So definitely send me a picture, buddy, if you have, and I will definitely put it into. Put it into my montage. Steve Craddock, have I been polishing my bonnet because things slide off? Yeah, you think so, wouldn't you? I think I have actually given it a little bit of a polish, but I am going to wait until we get the car validated and we get the car detailed by you. Probably a good chance to talk about membership there. So if you are new to the channel tonight, or if you are a subscriber but not yet a member, then please do think about becoming a member to support me and the channel. So membership can be found just below. There's a little dollar sign, I think, just below for joining as a member. If you want to join as a member tonight, then you please do so. I want to create like this whole TT inner circle of enthusiasts that we can all work together. The membership we've got now is really good. You know, I count a lot of you members. You know, they're really good friends of mine now. So we've built a really good rapport up, I think. We do a lot of members only content. We do a lot of members first content as well. So if you want early access to a lot of the videos, the members get first dibs on that. And luckily, we've also got some great additional features now for that. So Steve Craddock, that's in the chat tonight. Steve has got a new business venture. He's doing detailing in his new premises that he's set up. And he is offering a £200 discount for anyone that has their car detailed by his service. So that's only open to members. So that's a members only perk, a £200 discount off a full vehicle detail. Can't say fairer than that. That's an absolute bargain. So I would 100% tap Steve up in the chat tonight if you've not already done so for your deal. Again, that's only open to members to get that discount. Everyone else is paying full price. But again, if you want to convert your subscription over to a membership, then please do click the link below and think about joining the channel and helping support me in all I do here at the channel and keep the Audi TT scene Mark 1 scene alive and kicking, which it sure is at the moment. There's definitely still loads of cars around. So that's all good. I thought I'd talk about some upcoming shows as well that we've got going on. So there's not much going on this weekend. There is one show going on that I'm aware of this weekend, and that is on Bank Holiday Monday, because it's Bank Holiday Monday. Hooray! We get another day off. But that doesn't stop me and the channel, because we will be live yet again next Monday night from 7:30 right here with the car. The car might have started its France preps by then. It still hasn't started. We'll talk about that in a minute. But guys, if you want to get to a show next weekend, on Monday, the 25th of May, from 9 AM, there is a show at the Motorist being held by the Yorkshire TT owners. So if you're in the north of the country, up north, you want to get to a show next weekend, then go to the Motorist at Sherburn and Elmet, I think it's pronounced, and it's near Leeds, and I think the postcode is LS25. I can't remember the rest of it off the top of my head, but look up the Motorist, you'll find it. And the Audi TTs are all heading up there. It's being held by the Yorkshire TT owners. So if you want to go to that, definitely an event to get to next weekend. Then, of course, the weekend after, there is, of course, a couple of events going on. On the 30th of May, Steve Marchant is holding an event down on the South Coast. It's on the Audi TT Addicts group at the moment. And then, of course, the big one for me that weekend on Sunday, the 31st of May, is Springfest right here in the back garden. I know many of you members that are on the chat tonight are coming to that. And if you've not already let me know you're coming, then you need to let me know. We have got a bit of a waiting list now. We've got a lot of people that are interested in coming. But, guys, people do drop out. So if you want to be added to that waiting list for the show here at Springfest, then let me know. Drop me an email. And even if you've dropped me an email and said, yeah, I'm coming, please just double check and send me a message and just confirm you are coming, so I know exactly what numbers to expect. The show starts here from 10 until 4. The catering has obviously been provided by the Springbank Kitchen, who do a wonderful range of savoury bakes, sweet treats, teas, coffee, soft drinks, you name it. So that'll all be available to purchase here on the day as well. We've got full toilet facilities as well. So it's I'm going to get out and give the grass a good cut this weekend, so the garden is in tip-top shape to fit 40 TTs in. So that's going to be great fun. Claire's asking, is anyone living near Glasgow can help me remove a roof? I've sourced one for £100. Yeah, I've got a video on how you remove a roof, Claire. It's a bit of a job, and it's definitely a two-person job. So definitely check out the video, watch it through a couple of times before you start it, because once that's underway, that roof removal, you're pretty committed. So definitely check that out. Bob W, have you done a video on how to replace the belt for the wind deflect screen? No, I haven't, Bob. Do you know what? I've not done that, because normally when that fails, people tend to just source a new wind deflector rather than the belt. But I should do a video on that, because it would be a few people have asked me about that. My wind deflector is actually okay on the car, although when many moons ago, I did have a bit of a problem with the deflector, or I thought it was the deflector, because my wife came home in the car and there was glass everywhere, and she said, "Oh, I put the roof down and there was like a smash, and then there's glass everywhere." I thought, that doesn't sound good, so I thought initially it was the wind deflector, because I just replaced the roof. Just replaced the glass, or repaired the glass in the back window. But what I'd done is I'd left the padding in the void at the back to keep the window compressed out, just to keep the tension of the window. She folded the roof into the void. There was nowhere for the roof to go, so the windscreen smashed. Not great, but I thought it was the actual deflector that had gone, but it wasn't. I wished really it had been a deflector, because it would have been easier to change the deflector than the roof, because the deflector's an easier job. I'm just going to scroll through. Vanessa, I've just seen a PayPal. I've just seen it, Vanessa. Yeah, just seen it pop up. Thank you so much for sending that. So, guys, if you want to make a super thanks donation here, you can do so in the comments, the little $ below. You don't have to be a member. You can just give me a super thanks to support the channel. But if you want to donate through the PayPal link, because then YouTube doesn't take their cut, you can donate to Andy_Charger@hotmail.com as well. So thank you very much, Vanessa. You're an absolute superstar, both you and Lee. Can't wait to see you guys in just over, or just under 2 weeks now, isn't it? So we've got people travelling from far and wide for SpringFest this year. I know you guys are coming down from the Midlands. I think we've got someone coming down from Scotland as well, from Edinburgh, driving down for that. That happened to me, Andy. I had a clock in the back void. Oh yeah, what a nightmare. It's a real nightmare of a job, in it, Claire, when that happens. It's the absolute worst. But you can get it sorted now with changing the roof out, so that's all good. But yeah, we've got people coming from all over the country. We may have a couple of people coming from Holland as well, which is great. So yeah, we've got some people travelling from far and wide for SpringFest this year, and we're hopefully, fingers crossed, we are being joined by the one and only Mr. BWSTT. Bryn is coming as well. He's not sure what car he's coming in yet, but he is coming, so it'd be great to see Bryn. So when it comes to solving car problems and asking how to fix things, we're going to have the master of fixing here at the show. So that's going to be great. Hopefully we can do a live when Bryn's here as well, so we can involve all of those of you that aren't able to be at SpringFest, but you can watch us live and chat to us and answer any questions. So that'll be really good. Bryn's been doing his Tuesday night show as well. So guys, if you haven't checked out his Tuesday night news show that he does, check that out. Give you something to look forward to on a Tuesday. Definitely worth checking out. I know he goes through a few things on things he finds on Facebook, and a few things he finds, a few questions that get raised. I know there's a lot of frustration out there with people asking questions. There's a lot of people that give advice on the Facebook groups that maybe don't really know the full extent of the answer they're giving, and they could cause trouble. So, but Bryn obviously will call that out, which is that he's the man that knows how to do things. So yeah, Steve Chesham, thank you very much for your kind donation, sir. You're an absolute legend. Thank you very much for that, sir. Massively appreciate that. Looking forward to seeing you in just a couple of weeks' time as well. What else have we got there? I had to tell a porcupine from a seagull to get a new roof. Oh dear, I don't know what you did with that. Maybe something flew into it, maybe. Who knows? Who knows what you did to get that done? But yeah, so we're talking about well, we're not talking about, well, we are going to talk about some mods actually. So I'm currently in the middle of making a video for a car that we saw. Those of you that came to the International TT show, You might remember the car that won the best modified car competition. It was a Mark 1. It was owned by a young guy called Anthony, and it had Lambo doors, an amazing sound system. Well, I was lucky enough to see it when I was in Holland just over a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, when I went and played ice hockey out there. And Anthony drove and saw me, got to look around the car in more detail. And it is so highly modified, the body kit, the engine, the sound system, the wheels, the brakes. It's just absolutely done. It's running on air ride. It's just, you name a mod, and it's had it, this car. You know, it really has. But it made me think that not all mods turn out well, do they? They're not all perfect. So what is the worst mod that you've seen, or the worst mod that you've done to a car? Why don't you let me know in the comments, guys? Let me know what you've done to cars. It'd be interesting to see problems people have had. Ken has put, I think the deflector is just another 25 kilos of uselessness. I don't know, Kenneth. I have to say that I think there's a big difference of driving the car without that deflector up. If you're out in the cold weather, I find without the deflector in position, you get a real draft around the back of your neck. The wind comes howling around your neck. Put that deflector up, make sure the windows are up, and it almost like creates like a cocoon of air around you. So I do think it does a job. I might be wrong. I think that's a question for Mr. Cordwell. Steve, you may well be right there. I think if there was a man of many dubious mods, Mr. Cordwell would probably be the man to talk to. Worst mod I've seen is extreme camber. Terrible. Yeah, when people really put the angle, the stagger the wheels out. There's a few cars that I've seen around. Mark 1's like that with a big set of wheel arches on them as well. And it does make, I don't know why you do it, because it's not going to be for, I mean, it's going to handle pretty well around corners, I suppose, from the width, but it's not really going to be a driver's car, is it? But, interesting though. But yeah, that is definitely, Chris, that is definitely a contender for worst mod. But yeah, we'll have to ask Joe, Steve, what is, he's got some interesting bits on it. He's got his plastic dipped engine covers, hasn't he? That he got from Tony Porter. I've seen they've got like the sugar. Is it called candy skulls or sugar skulls that you've got all over the front of it? But I think they're a bit broken here and there, aren't they? So you could do. Maybe we should do a bit of a GoFundMe for Joe to get him a new set of engine covers that aren't broken and get him plastic dipped with a new set of skulls on it for him. Maybe we should do that. But yeah, so let me know in the comments, guys, what you think is the worst mod that you've seen. Be interested to see what other people have seen. I was going to talk about the breaker car as well tonight. So right now I still have the breaker on the drive. It's the 225 breaker. You've seen the engine many times on my lives as we stripped it down. I had Richard George obviously here a few weeks ago, and we stripped the engine right down. We took the sump off it. We took the rods out of it. We took the bearings out of it to look at how warm they were. And yeah, pretty bad. And just to show how bad what poor maintenance does to a car or doesn't do to a car to keep the oil flowing. And obviously those rings on the pistons, they've got lots of little tiny holes in it to let the oil flow through that oil ring. And that was all just completely clogged up with oil. It was no way anything was going through that. So things like that are really, really important to keep the engine free flowing. So that's obviously had poor maintenance, that car. There's not a lot of it left. So just to recap, if it's still here at SpringFest, you'll see it yourself. I'm just wondering if it's worth me keeping it here just for another 10 days or so, just for you guys to see it, and then you can harvest any bits of it you might want. It's in pretty bad shape now. So it's just a shell. It's got a set of 17-inch wheels on it that I've forced a set of tyres on that are knick-knacked anyway. It's got no brakes. It's got no wings. It's got no bonnet. It's got no bumpers. It's got no headlights. It's got no engine. It's got no interior. It's got no back bumper, rear lights, you name it. Most things have gone. The only things that I'm thinking that may be worth salvaging, it's probably a question for you guys if you think it's worth salvaging. The exhaust back box is still on it, that and the exhaust system. Is it worth me taking that off and see if it's worth salvaging? I did want to take the subframes off because they look really good, but the trouble is, if I take the subframes off, it then becomes immobile. So when it comes to scrapping it, it's going to be quite difficult to get rid of it. Just going to look. Worst and best mod for roadster is weight reduction. Give it the Colin Chapman treatment. Yeah. The roadster is really heavy. Of the cars, I think the heaviest combination you could have is a 3.2 V6 roadster. That is the absolute heaviest of the heavy. I'm not sure, you know. I think probably the two-wheel drive 180 might be the lightest of the lot. The 150 Roadster, I think, is going to be heavier than the 180 Coupe for front-wheel drive. Obviously, the front-wheel drive means... What was that? Something just fell on the floor behind me. Obviously, the front-wheel drive car doesn't have the Haldex system, which is quite heavy. The Roadster has a lot. The Roadster has a lot more bracing in it to deal with the lack of structural support. So that makes it a lot heavier. The Roadster. So yeah, kicking out the passenger. That would do. Yeah, going on a diet will save you a bit of weight as well. You know, so if you talk about weight reduction, that's one thing. Proudfoot and Ivy. So that must be you, Penny, I guess. Penny, we've spoke. You're jumping on now. I'm hoping that you were on earlier. Thank you very much for your donation. I have covered in great detail your email to me earlier on today. So we've probably spent 20 minutes going through those items, Penny, with regards to your failed MOT. And I think the general consensus on the chat here, as we went through it, everyone, I think guys and girls that are on it now, if you want to sort of mention your thoughts on the list I went through to Penny, we think it's a no-brainer. It's a fixable car. They're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I'd almost take it to a second MOT station to get it tested elsewhere or get a second opinion. I wish I'd not missed it. Penny, you'll better catch up on the replay. So the replay will be available for you to view. I think it's normally live sometime tomorrow morning. You can watch it back. I don't think it's there straight away, but you'll better watch it back tomorrow. So about the first 20 minutes we talked about it. So just to go, I'll just rattle through it quickly anyway once more. So the issues that you've got on your 3.2 V6 are front position lamp not working. That's likely to be either a blown bulb or blown fuse on the headlights. So the fuse box, if you check my videos out, is on the end of the driver's side dashboard on a little panel. Pop it off. Find which one is the driver's side headlights. Check it out on my video and you'll be able to swap the fuse out. Check the fuse hasn't blown. Could be as simple as that. Nice cheap fix. Engine management light inactive or indicates a malfunction. You need one of these gadgets. This is the TOPDON Carpal. This is tonight's prize for the channel giveaway as well. So you need one of these, OBD2 scanner. Clear the codes, and with your phone, you pair it with your phone, clear the codes, and then once you've cleared the codes with your phone, you can hopefully you'll be back in business, and then that will be it. If the light comes back on, it's that little yellow light that looks like a little engine with a little propeller on it. It's the best way to describe it. If that light comes back on after you've cleared the codes, you have got a problem. But this will tell you what the problem is, so at least you can give that information to someone to fix it if it needs a bit more work. Supplementary restraint system, warning lamp indicates a fault. That's going to be your inertial system on your seat belts or your clock spring, or it could be a faulty wire on the seats or a problem with the airbags. So it could be all of those things. Again, clearing this light might get rid of that problem. Offside rear tyres are cut in excess. That's a new tyre. That's a nice, easy one to sort. Near side front inner drive shaft joint constant velocity boot split or insecure. That's a split CV boot on your drive shaft. It's probably easier and quicker to get a new drive shaft from JNR drive shafts will do it. Again, mixed results on JNR drive shafts. You can find them online. I've got a video on their drive shaft replacement as well. If you find a garage to do it, labour wise, if you can give them the drive shaft, they might charge you £100, £150 to swap it out. If you're a garage, you can swap it out quite quick, or they could source the part for you. So I reckon all in all, about £350, you could get all those jobs done. It's not a breaker. Someone doesn't want to do the work and can't bother to source the parts. So I think you're all good. So if you want to keep the car, keep it on the road, definitely invest in one of those and that will sort you out. Again, guys, if you are joining tonight, if you want to be in the chance of winning that TOPDON Carpal scanner, just leave a comment in the chat tonight. And Andy, can you see this? I can't. Hi, Andy. I can see that, Peter. Yeah, I can see your comment, buddy. But yeah, so if you want to be in with a chance of winning that, leave a comment and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You've got to be a subscriber to the channel to be in the chance of winning it. You'll all go into a draw, and we'll draw that here live at Springfest in just 10 days' time. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that will help you all out. And guys, if you want to also support me and support the channel, then you can also send me a super thanks. The link down below. So the little $sign, you can send me a donation, or you can even become a member of the channel and help becoming part of my inner circle of Audi TT enthusiasts here that support me at the channel. My members that I give more back to as well. So we've got the discounts we've spoken about. We've got Steve Craddock's amazing £200 discount for members only on a detail. We've also got discount on merchandise, early access to the member videos, members only videos, and members first videos. So there's lots of functions, and I'm finding new things to give back. There is going to be a members only giveaway coming up as well, featuring some exclusive Audi merchandise, which I haven't revealed yet. But yeah, we've got that coming up too shortly. So if you want to be a member, click the link down below. Been trying to comment for about 3 weeks. Must be my channel not letting me comment for some reason. Sorry. No worries, Pete. Good to have you along, buddy. Nice to see you back in the TT scene as well. Great to have you back. I always knew you wouldn't be able to stay away for too long, so I know. XI Geek X, long time subscriber. Welcome along, buddy. First time I've seen a comment for you, so good to have you along commenting tonight as well. Again, all the subscribers, you'll go into that draw for that TOPDON Carpal scanner this week. And of course, if you're enjoying your watching, please do give the video a thumbs up as well, so I know you're enjoying what you're watching. So going back to the breaker again, so there's not a lot left of it. So what should I do? Should I try and remove the subframes? They look good. Are those subframes worth keeping? Is there money in the subframes and then somehow have the car, I don't know, craned away? Or is there a way that I can put the car on something so I can take the subframes off and still move the car around somehow? Can I rig up some sort of axle to roll the car away? I don't know. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Because I would like to keep the subframes if I can. Just reading back through the comments. Claire, if you're still here, if you're a member of the TT Outcast Scotland group, might someone be able to help you? That's a great idea, Peter. I hadn't even thought about that. Get on that. Get on the Outcast Scotland group. I think Pete's involved in that. To be fair, the garage is one we've used a lot in the past, but they admitted TT's not their thing. Yeah, I'd say on that, Penny, is take your car to a TT specialist if you're worried about it too much. Contact Green, yeah, that's another great person to speak to, Stuart. Depends where Penny is, doesn't it? So I did ask that. I don't know if you've written back via email. I've not checked my emails or have been live, but hi Andy, MOT is booked for next Wednesday. Hopefully it'll be all good. Looking forward to seeing you, Mark. It's been too long, buddy, since I've seen you, so can't wait to have you here and yeah, catch up. It's been too long. Yeah, plum jacks, yeah, keep them. Yeah, I've got a 3.2 V6 subframe, front subframe, hanging up on the wall. I've got a 3.2 V6 rear subframe hanging on the wall, untreated at the moment, but it is here. But yes, but I have thinking about keeping. Now, the breaker is the 225 coupe. So not much good to me, because obviously I've got the 225 Roadster, so the subframes are different. So they weren't really good to me, but I could blast them, have them painted, and then sell them, make a bit more profit out of the car. Because just to give you a bit of background on that breaker, it cost me £300, plus I paid £100 to have it delivered by a friend of mine. So £400 in the car for. And I would say that breaking the car, selling parts of it, it's easily made £1,500 at least. And I've still got the shell. I still got the engine. Some of the bits I'm going to take out, which obviously I've taken the 2 weather strips off above the doors as well. I've done a video, a very short video on that. I got asked by Marcus how to take them off because they're riveted on, and he is absolutely right. They are riveted into place, but you can remove that by drilling the rivets out very carefully. And there's 3 metal clips that run down the back of the small little triangular window in the rear. You can just unclip those, and then the strips come away. Now, people tend to not do that. They tend to paint them in situ because they tend to corrode, and people will mask it up and paint it, and it looks a bit naff. So I think personally, take those weather strips off if you're going to paint them and do a proper job. To get those little triangular windows out at the back, they are bonded in. So I'm going to do a video on how to get those windows out. So I think those are bits of glass that are worth keeping hold of. If you have a smashed window or something, trying to source those would be quite tricky nowadays. But yeah, so there are some bits I'm going to keep, and the exhaust. I think that's another thing I'm going to keep. I guess we are all just going by the jobs on Penny's car, but maybe they are thinking the rest of the car isn't worth spending on. Yeah, you're right. That's a great point, Paul. Penny's car, we've not seen pictures of it. So it could be that maybe the bodywork's a bit tired, maybe the engine's getting a bit tired. But I think it's Penny's pride and joy. So I think that she wants to keep that car running, and I don't blame her really. They are getting less and less now. You don't see as many around, even at TT shows. I'm noticing that we're seeing a lot more Mark 3s at shows now, and Mark 2s now and again. The Mark 1s are getting less. I'd still think the Mark 1 is the more popular car at shows, but they are getting less. If you decide to sell the subframes, let me know, please. If I do that, Vanessa, I would give you a very good price because you do enough for the channel as it is. So yeah, we can sort that. If I can work, Vanessa, if I can work a way out of getting the car out off the drive, then we can sort something out. I love my car so much; it makes me smile every time I drive it, and I can't walk away from it without looking back. That's all you need to know. Then you've just answered your own question. It's not a point. It's not a matter of going with the garage's advice of scrapping it. Don't scrap it. Keep that car. Absolutely not, because you need to. If it's making you do that, then you need to keep hold of it. Absolutely, at all costs. So yeah, so that's the car. What else are we going to talk about? I was going to put a little poll up actually. Is that? Oh, I don't want to do that. So if you block the vision face, that's what happens. Shall I put a little question up? Let's do that. Here we go. I'm going to put the question up. See if you can see. What is your favourite? Oh, I can't spell. Favourite colour. There we go. There's a little question. There we go. Can you see that, guys? Can you see that on the chat now? Maybe it's not. Has that question appeared? I'm going to do it again. What is your favourite colour? I wonder what the answer is. Can you see that now, guys? Let me know if you can see that. I'll put it on the. Hopefully, it's appearing. If you can see it, let me know. If not, car is worth what you're willing to spend on it, in my opinion. Mine has got me through some tough years and will want for nothing. Norgy blue. I guess that's Noggy blue. Yeah, Mark, I love the Mauritius blue. I would like to see in the comments, guys, what your favourite colours are. And no, it's not coming up. Imola, white and desert green, but I'm biased, yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what people's favourite colours are. I was going to try and start a poll up on it. But while you're all telling me in the chat what your favourite colour is, yeah, it's your blue. Yeah, the one and only that we know of, eh, Ray? But good to. Do you know what? I know you said you sold the car, so it's great to have you still along. I'm glad you're still joining on the lives. Great to have you along, buddy. But while we are talking about cars and colours, I'm just going to scroll back to where that was. And seeing that Mark had mentioned about his car, I'm going to tell a little story about Mark's car because those of you might not know about it. But black ones are very nice, but I have a red one. Black ones, I guess that must be. Welcome along, Gary. I don't think I've seen you commenting before, so welcome along, buddy. I haven't seen many cherry pearlescent black like mine. No, there's also a very rare cherry red car that we are aware of in the UK. It's a 180. It's owned. It's over by Matt Hill over in Wales. Amazing car. Won a prize at our international TT show as well. But yeah, as Mark is on, so he's on the MHS 225 in the chat. Just going to say, I call it it's the £10 TT, isn't it, really, Mark? So Mark had a bet and he had a £10 bet, and the money he won from the bet he bought a TT with. So it's the £10 TT. It's an amazing car. And what it doesn't have on it is not worth having. It's an amazing car. So Mark won his TT essentially for £10 is the best way to describe it, and it will be here at Springfest. So I think it'll be great to see Mark, and if you want to look at his car, speak to him and ask him about what football games he was betting on when he won the car. Then I'm sure he'll tell you all about it. Yeah, that's right, a £10 TT, amazing. So yeah, so looking forward to seeing you, Mark. Yeah, Andy Mortimer, Merlin Purple. Yeah, you're a little bit biased as well. So, guys, has anyone got Grandfather Silver? What is that? First of all, Grandfather Silver. I've heard of light metallic silver, but I know the Grandfather Silver or Avis Silver. Because obviously the Avis Silver colour is named after the Audi Avis car itself. So if you've not seen that car, if you've not seen my video on the secret history of the Audi TT, guys, it is on the channel. It hasn't had that many views, bizarrely. I never understood why of the other videos it doesn't do that well. Maybe I haven't got the SEO right on it. I don't know. But it's a really interesting story, and the background behind how the TT came about, and how you can trace it right back to the Audi Avis from 1991 when Audi decided they were going to build that. And if you look at the Avis, it looks just like an R8, but a few years older. It looks like an old version of an R8. It looks amazing though. But check it out if you've not seen that car. Right, I'll go with the rose to silver starting to match my hair. Yeah, yeah, we all get to that stage. Yeah, I think this combination we've got right here, I think is probably one of the most popular color combos out there. Silver Roadster, black roof, 9-spoke alloys, black leather interior. It's sort of like the iconic look, I think, for the TT. Saying that though, I think the coupe is the iconic TT shape. A silver, metallic silver coupe is probably your iconic Audi TT. If you're after a non-Audi TT person, draw me a picture or imagine a picture, maybe using Chat GPT. I bet it would come up with a silver car. Steve Chesham, I'd add a Noggy to my lot given half a chance. Or silver coupe, black roof. Yeah, it's very, very common. It's also a very, very good choice, I think. Yeah, you don't see many Noggies about, do you? One of those cars that there was actually a Noggy club. I remember going to the Audi show down in Simply Audi. That's a word I was looking for. Down at the not the British Motor Museum, the one down in, what's it called? That it's not the British Motor Museum, is it? That one down in the south in the New Forest. Bewley, that's the word I'm looking for. Bewley Motor Museum, and there was a Noggy club that went there. So there is actually a Noggy club. Now I've got a Papaya 3.2 V6, as you know, but there isn't a Papaya club. Maybe I should start a Papaya club. I mean, I've got the hoodie to go with it. I always remember the silver coupe in the film about a boy, and that's when I was about 28 and I knew I wanted one. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's definitely the iconic car when they first came out, isn't it? That there were a lot of silver cars about as well. It was obviously a popular colour for cars at the time, and that's the thing, isn't it? That the rare colour cars the special order colour cars, are quite garish is probably the best way to describe them, and they're very Marmite in colour. So when we're talking about special orders, we're talking like white cars weren't particularly popular when the TT was around. They've become more popular later, but when that was out, white cars were out of fashion. So there aren't many white TTs about, I think, for that reason. Silver was a very popular colour through the early 2000s. That was I had a few silver colour cars in the 2000s actually. I had a Toyota Avensis. I had a silver Ford Mondeo as well. So a very popular car in those times. But the garish colours of like a Papaya were a bit wacky. It's a bit of a statement, isn't it, a Papaya car? And again, and Andy with his Merlin Purple Roadster, again, that's a bit, you either like them or you hate them, these colours. And that would be very polarising, I guess. And there's other colours. I know that Pearl Mac has got a gold one, Cosmic Yellow, as it's classed as, but it's essentially metallic gold. That's a very Marmite colour as well. Not many of those about. And even the Imlay Yellow, which I think is quite a little bit less garish than the Papaya, but even there's not many of those about either. They were very popular in the roadster colours, so you see a lot more roadsters, I think, than the actual coupes in the yellow. But they were definitely popular colours at that time. But yeah, interesting people's thoughts on it. Let me know what is your favourite limited edition colour car that you don't see many of. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what people say. Proudfoot said neighbour has a white Mark II, I think, but I think Mark was a much nicer design. Yeah, there's loads of white Mark IIs about. They really are, because I think when the Mark II came out in late 2006, the fashions had changed and cars were becoming, the white cars were becoming more popular. So by 2010, white cars were quite a norm, really. I swapped my Toyota Avensis for an Audi TT. Nice way to do it. I swapped my Toyota Avensis for a Ford Mondeo because my Toyota Avensis got written off in the snow. I had a very close call, actually. Another long story that I'll tell you all. I can tell people about in person, so I'll bore you all to tears, I'm sure, on here. But the moment that our car was crashed into, I was out of the car at the time, trying to dig the car out from the snow on the M20 slip road, no, the M26 slip road as it comes off at Rootham, and a Ford car lost control and barreled into us, T-boned us. And where it hit us, I was standing digging the car out before it hit. Luckily, I dived out of the way. But of course, my wife's in the car and she thought I was gone because of where it hit us. But unfortunate for her, I popped up and I was right as rain. So there you go. I remember, was it The Beast from the East? I don't know. I think it was before that. I think it was about 2010, 2009 in the December. It was quite a bad bit of snow we had. I remember that. Mine's a kind of darkish grey with a slight green tint to it, but not sure what the actual colour name is. It could be Avis if it's silverish grey. It could be Dolphin grey. It could be Dolomite grey. There's a few different greys out there. There's also, I think it's more likely to be, and it'll come to me in a minute, the grey. Oh, not Nardo grey because that was a later colour. If anyone's on that was at the International TT show, there was the grey Roadster, the concept car recreation. What colour was that? Now, aviated grey is quite light, isn't it? It's quite a light grey, that one, and it's quite singular coloured as well. There's no pearl in it. What is the grey? I want to say it begins with N. Someone will know in a minute. Hello from the Stephen Harper 2 VW crew. Stephen, how you doing? I've not had a chance to watch your video that you put out yesterday. Hope you're good. Nardo, no, not Bardo, but it's not Nardo grey either. No, it's not Cloud. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Stephen, how you doing, buddy? I hope things are going well for you in Ireland. As harvest season comes to an end, can you get yourself over to my house for Springfest in just a couple of weeks? Hopefully you can. It'd be good if you could. I know we reached out to you about that, but I know that also it's harvest. Is it harvest season yet, or digging season, ploughing season, welding season? I want to lift my roadster, but that 6-speed gearbox could turn sizable off-road tyres. Yeah, I've seen someone's done an off-road TT, haven't they? I think that car might be coming to the International TT show next year. So that'll be pretty cool to have that along next year. So if you're interested in seeing that car, then definitely get yourself to the International TT show next year. We're hoping for a really good turnout. We've got a lot of the same stuff that we had this year and a lot more as well. We're looking to really expand that show out. Oh, Springfest, yeah. Springfest is the show, Penny. Is the show to be at this year. Absolutely is. But this roadster is about to go on a monster trip. It is going to go and do 2,000 miles around France in a couple of weeks' time. And I keep saying I'm going to start the service on it, and I've not started the service on it. Things keep getting in the way, but I am going to start the service this week. I'm going to be doing plugs, I'm going to be doing oil, I'm going to be doing filters, both fuel and air on that, and oil, all the filters I'm going to do on it. and hopefully it will get us around France. And if it breaks down on me to a point I've got to get it fixed, I'm leaving it there. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But yeah, we're going to have a couple of good weeks just driving around. I'm taking one of my dash cams that I've got. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to show you this dash cam because it's down here. So this is the biggest one of the three that I've got. So this is actually the Z90. This one is Z90 Pro. So I've just done a video on the Z50 Pro, and the Z50's got a front dash cam and a rear dash cam, whereas this guy has got a front dash cam, a rear dash cam, but also it's got a cabin cam as well, so it can record what's going on, which is going to be great because what we're going to do is I'm almost going to use this to do some filming on my France trip. I'm going to document it. So it's going to be a really long, boring, hour-long documentary probably about my road trip around France. I'm going to do it. I'm going to detail all the service before we go. I'm going to detail the journey. I'm going to detail about what you need to do a long-distance road trip for the car. So things such as one of these, get yourself a combi bag kit. So this has got the yellow high-vis vests. It's got a medical kit. It's got all the bits you need. That is what you need for taking yourself. And that's from Nissan, that one. So I'm going to use that one because it's one we had gifted to us. So I'm going to use that. So then I've got all my stuff that I need. And other things I'm going to be taking. Obviously, I'm going to be taking my jump pack, my TOPDON jump pack. Now these, I've got these on my TikTok shop at the moment. They're £119, but this is an absolute beast of one. Absolutely recommend it. So if you're interested in a jump pack, check out that on my TikTok shop. Of course, I want to keep space is going to be a premium in this car. So I'll be taking my little car pal with me. So this is the competition tonight. So one of these will be donated or given away as a prize to one lucky person that comments in the chat tonight and is a subscriber to the channel. So if you're a subscriber and you have commented, then you will be in a chance to get one of these. You've got to be subscribed and you've also got to leave a comment in the chat, and then you'll be eligible to go in the draw at Springfest to win this. So make sure you're in that draw. So that will be in the car when we go to France. I'll take a few tools as well, but I'm going to cover that. And what you can probably see is on the window. Can you see that little orange sticker just there? So that is my Crit Air sticker. So to drive in some of the cities in France, you need to have a Crit Air sticker displayed. It's got the vehicle registration number on it. You have to apply for one of those. They're about £4, I think, to buy. And they send it over from the French government to put on your window so you can drive in and out of the cities without getting penalised. You don't show one, you go into the cities, you can get penalised. Also got just here on the, can you see that just above my rear view mirror, just there? So that is my toll tag as well. So the SANEF tags that you have, so you go through the tolls, you approach it at 30 miles an hour and the barrier opens, you can go straight through. You haven't got to stop and get your card out. Just go straight through. So definitely worth doing. Don't forget your breathalyzers for France. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have those with us. Scan tool, spare coil pack. Yeah, got all that. All that is coming with us. We're going to have a full set of spares. So stuff I'm taking. A spare MAF. Always have a spare MAF. I've also got my spare coil pack ready to go. This is a 1.8T coil pack. You can notice by the shape of it. If it was a V6 one, it would have this socket coming out the top straight up like that, but that is a 1.8 because it's got the socket from the side. So I'll be taking spare coil packs. Obviously, most importantly, spare bulbs as well to take with us. I'm going to do the plugs before we go, and so it'll be in good shape. Hopefully the car will be all good. So how did you just upload another video whilst on a live? Oh, I don't think I did. What video is it, Steve? Is it excuse me, the video that's just uploaded? It might be a late notification to you that a video has gone up, because what I notice YouTube does, it sends out notifications to subscribers whenever it feels like it for about a day. So if a video goes out, you might get a notification late in the day rather than all at once. I don't know if it does that on purpose. eShove, sorry Andy, slightly off topic, but do you know anywhere that you can supply genuine coolant temperature sensors from Mark 1? Struggling to verify genuine parts amongst a load of third-party offerings. I think that I thought the temperature sensor you can buy direct from Aldi. I'm pretty sure you can buy those from Aldi because it's only a VAG part. Because don't forget that block is a VAG block, so I'm pretty sure you can buy them. Don't forget the spare onion for the trip. I'll have that. um, Andy, remind people to check their TTs for the first aid box located in the rear door cards. The first aid box has a expiry date on bandages. Lids have a good new first aid box that fits in the. Oh, lid will do. Have a good. That's a nice one. Good idea, Steve. Because the first aid box is like a red pouch, isn't it? Slots. So behind the driver's side, you've got a little flap behind. Click a little button, it pops open, and it's got it in there. On the TT Roadster, it has the first aid kit behind the passenger seat. There's a little cross on a little panel behind there that sits behind. Just get your first aid kit in. So there's the two locations for first aid kits on those cars. But yeah, well pointed out, Steve. Yeah, definitely try VAG supplier. Don't buy aftermarket. It's one thing I can't say enough is when it comes to spares for the car, it's very tempting to buy things from eBay and various other sort of auction sites for things like temperature sensors, for oil pressure switches, all the various sensors around the car that's easy to get nice and cheap. Do not buy aftermarket sensors. Source them OEM if you can. Get yourself to a VAG spares specialist or an Audi dealership, Volkswagen dealership, and only buy genuine sensors for the car. Because if you buy cheap, you will buy twice. If you think you're buying genuine from eBay as well, they're not always genuine. There's a lot of fakes out there as well. So make sure you go to a VAG specialist to buy those parts. Sensors still available from Audi. There you go. Spot on. Ishov, get yourself to an Audi specialist. One on Andy for bringing that up. The two areas in the back where CD changer is and the one opposite, can you get the clip separators? Both have broken so the flaps stay open. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if someone's making those 3D printing those, but you can get in touch with Mark Stanley. I think he's got a supply of those clips because they do. Yeah, they just spring open on the coupe, don't they? And you can get hold of a set of those. But yeah, the clips they do break, and you can get hold of those from a breaker car. That would be my recommendation. I don't. I think the clips are both broken on my coupe. The door card's still in the back of my coupe, actually, but I think both the flaps are open. I'll have a look for you, Phil, though, and if they are intact, I'll let you know because you can have them if you want them. It's no good to me, but I'll check. I'll check for you, and let you know. What else are we going to talk about? Yeah, I suppose let's just touch on something I was going to talk about, which I thought about talking about last week, but I didn't do it, is what have you found recently on Facebook Marketplace that you thought, do you know what, that's pretty cool? So have you found any cars that you know that are for sale? Have you found any parts, rare parts that are for sale as well? And we're also going to talk about avoiding scammers as well tonight. We talked about it last week, we're going to talk about it again. But what have you found on Facebook Marketplace this week that you thought, that's a bargain? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'll let you have a think about that while you post those up, and we can talk about those and what maybe we can find on Facebook. Because there's a lot of stuff on there. It's a good place to find a bargain, but it's also a bit of a minefield. But while we're talking about that, and while I'm waiting for you to comment, I'm just going to touch on scammers. So if you are looking to buy anything for an Audi TT Mark 1, the worst thing you can do is go into a Facebook group and say, does anyone know where I can buy XYZ? Because what you'll get is you'll get all these dodgy people popping up going, try so car spares, try so auto parts. And it's just, they're just all scammers, right? Don't go and ask the question in Facebook groups because that's not the place to ask. The best thing you can do is if you need any parts for your car secondhand that maybe are no longer available, is speak to one of the reputable breakers we have here in the UK. When I say reputable breakers, they're people that I can vouch for, people that I've used myself, and people that I know. And I can rattle off a list of 6 or 7 people right now who I would trust with any parts I'm going to buy. And I'm going to rattle these off. I've got contact details for all of these. If you want any phone numbers, I know Claire You asked me for a list of breakers, or I sent you a list of breakers, didn't I, last week when you were looking for parts. I'm going to rattle these names off, and if you want contact details for any of them, let me know. Drop me a message in the comments, and I'll do it. In Essex, we've got Jason Case and Adam Tankard. They specialise in 3.2 V6 and 225 respectively. So Adam is a 1.8 turbo specialist. Jason is a 3.2 V6. If you are around North London, you've got Serkan Miskin in Enfield. He is a specialist in really some quite tricky bits for the car as well. So if you're after something a bit different, performance bits, he's definitely a person to speak to. If you're after new old stock or genuine parts, Mark Stanley is your person to go to. He's based in Wales, but he will supply parts all over the UK, post them out. As Claire found out, he posted a steering pipe, although it sounds like it's the wrong one, but I'm sure Mark will sort that out. Mark is a really good guy. He supplied me a lot of parts for the car over the years when I haven't been able to get them anywhere else. And he does have a supply with Audi Tradition, so he can get parts straight from Germany as well. So he's a really good guy to know, getting hold of lots of new old stock parts. Highly recommend Mark. If you are in, say, North Wales or on the England-Wales border, you're up around Crewe somewhere, you've got the guys at TT Spares. Actually, you've got the Hillard brothers that are there. They also do a lot of mechanicals as well, so they do chains, anything to your engine, and do lots of stuff up there. If you are a bit further north, you've got Audi Lee as well. So he's another great guy further north if you're looking for someone further up that direction. Have I left anyone out? Just rattling through. I think they're the ones that I would use anyway. There. So if you want contact details for any of those people, let me know. Nick Schofield, I'll take a list. Thanks. Use your advice on Mark. So thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Nick, drop me a message and I'll respond with my list of contacts for my breakers. And again, I'm not getting anything for that. I just feel from what I can, my sort of exposure, I guess, I can put you in touch with people that are genuine, like an approved breaker, people that I know that won't let you down, people that I know are genuine, people I've used myself. And that's the best advert you can really have for people, isn't it? That you've got word of mouth. Using people that you find on groups, definitely avoid. Just going back, so Chapelicious, he found out his car was a Dolomite Grey, so there you go. That's good to know. Claire enjoyed the list. List of breakers would be great. Yeah, Ron Star, drop me a message, buddy, and I'll send that to you. Keon road trip in a TT is just proper preventive maintenance, I suspect. Yeah, exactly. This car has been a fantastic car. It was well looked after before I had it, and then I got hold of it. But I have kept up the maintenance on it as well. I second the Hillard brothers, TT Spares. Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Yeah, Serkan's a great guy. Absolutely is. There you go. We've got lots of people validating what I'm saying. So hopefully that's a good advert for the breakers that I've mentioned. You know, people are happy to use, and people we've got in the chat here tonight, people, you know, friends of mine, I class you as, you know, that I've met many times. You know, we all share this advice. We bounce these ideas around, and we normally say, "Oh, I could do with X, Y, and Z," or "I need this," and someone will say, "Oh, I know how you could get hold of that. You need to speak to this person," and that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about keeping these great cars on the road and passing on the knowledge. So hopefully you guys are doing the same. And guys, if you are enjoying what you're watching, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe, so please make sure you're subscribed. And if you enjoy the information I give out week on week and you want to do more to support me, then you can become a channel member by clicking on the join link below. Or if you don't want to join the channel as a member, you can also donate a super thanks, a one-off donation to keep the channel going as well. So please do think about doing that. All donations are most greatly appreciated. My TT did the Nürburgring and back, plus a couple of laps with 143,000 miles due to good maintenance and didn't skip a beat. Yeah, amazing. The ring is one of those things, if you've not done the ring and you're a bit of a petrol head, it's a bit of a method to go and do. I think it was the Nürburgring 24-hour race this weekend, wasn't it? I see that Max Verstappen conked out right at the end, didn't he? Poor old boy. Don't know what he can do himself now. But yeah, the Nürburgring is one of those things, you want to go and try it, definitely try it. Would I go and take my own car around it? No, because I've seen enough accidents at the Nürburgring to know that I don't want to put my car at risk. But it's everyone's preference. I used to have a friend that came over from the US once a year, and he would hire a car and in the UK and not tell him he was taking it out of the country, but would then take it out of the country, get on a ferry, go across to France, go across to Germany, take it around the ring, rag the arse off it, and then bring it back to the UK. And that's what he did. And he's no longer with us anymore, poor old Wayne, but really great guy. But yeah, he must have cooked so many sets of brakes on cars from going around the ring. But yeah, anyway, I wouldn't take my car around it. Yeah, TT is actually a rugged car. It is a rugged car, but if you get in an accident around the ring, it doesn't matter how rugged your car is, it's not going to come out in any good way. There's also some big risks with going to the ring as well, because if you go to the ring, you're not insured on the ring as well. So it's a toll road, a German toll road is the way it works, but you're not insured. So if you look through the small print of your insurance, it actually specifically excludes the ring from being covered because of what it is. And if you damage the ring, if you cause the ring to be closed, there's fines all over the shop. €1,000 for closing the ring. Each meter of crash barrier is like €50 if you damage it. It's just there's all these things you don't aware of. And of course, you could have a big off, close the ring, you could wreck your car, and you might be coming home with a massive bill and no car. So there is some big risks out there. We were invited there. No way will Lee take Tabitha there. No, absolutely not. Keep your car at home, Vanessa. Keep Tabitha away from the ring. I'd back that, Andy, and don't know him, but already sorted me out. Yeah. I did mention Audi Lee, didn't I, at Blackburn? I don't think I could put the Blackburn part, but yeah, Audi Lee's definitely a big thumbs up for him as well. That was my northern breaker that I can. I won't say it was Barnsley, but it wasn't Barnsley. It's Blackburn, isn't it? He's based at. But yeah. But guys, have you got any problems with your cars right now? So, is there anything? I know that Penny's had her problems, but have anybody else got problems with their cars? Anything you've currently got broken on your car that you're looking to fix? Why don't you put into the chat? Because I know there's a lot of people on here tonight with lots of great information, and they can help you out. I keep trying to move around so I can keep my logo in the background as well. So hopefully my logo is staying in shot tonight, so you can see that by my ears. Was a 10-car pile up while I was there, and that's when I said enough. Let's go home off 2 laps. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, that when we went, probably 3 years ago, there was a 6-car pile up, and the ring got closed. And during that time, all the TTs with us who had gone off to do some laps on a Saturday morning, and then of course we were standing on YouTube Corners, it's called, which is where all the accidents happen. And then all of a sudden, all the traffic started to thin out a little bit, and then it stopped. And no cars came along for a long time. And then there were these 3 car transporters, like a low load type thing, came round with cars on the back of it with tarpaulins over them, hidden away. And I was like, oh my God, that must be fatality then. But it wasn't. But what it was is these cars were ring taxis. So you can go to the ring and you can pay €150, €200, and get in a passenger ride around the ring in a ring taxi. And these cars are like Toyota i30s and stuff, i10, all these different real basic normal cars driven by professionals, but you're absolutely on the door handles going around the track. And what had happened is some of our guys had gone off to do a passenger lap in a ring taxi, paid their money, and then the ring shut. These cars went past under these tarpaulins. It turned out these cars had crashed with the ring taxis, and one company had 2 ring taxis, and they both got written off in the same crash. And the guys that we were with went to get in the ring taxi at the company they'd bought the ticket from, and they said, "Sorry guys, you can't go. We haven't got any cars left. Both our cars have been written off." And that's what these cars were. They were under tarpaulin because the ring taxi company didn't want people seeing their ring taxis going around the ring all smashed up. It's a bad advert, isn't it? So that's why they were under tarpaulins. Richard, evening. How you doing? Better 8 than never. It's late than never. But yeah, good to have you along, buddy. To be honest, just speed isn't the exciting thing for me about my TT. It's so much fun on open roads. Yeah, exactly. I think the TT is not built for speed anyway, if I'm perfectly honest. If you are all about, well, let's say rephrase that. The Mark 1 TT is not all about speed. It's not the fastest car out there. It's not the best handling car out there. You're not buying these cars to turn them into rocket ships. If you want a fast road car, there are much faster cars out there. And what people are buying the TT for, in my opinion, is they're buying it for what it looks like and what it represents, that bit of design history, what it is now anyway. The small size of the TT is a bit intimidating. I wouldn't fancy crashing one. No, exactly. I imagine they fold up quite a lot, and you know, a lot of cars nowadays, as we're noticing, they take one little knock on the front, or they might dent a bumper even, or dent a wing, and the insurance company write them off because they're worth no money. That's the thing to remember. What's Stuart's just put? Mechanic just replaced my driver's door window regulator. It's not shutting properly now. Waiting for him to come back. Yeah. So the regulator. So it's got the regulator motor. It's got the actual whole like frame around the door with the window in it as well. So I was thinking about stripping those out of my doors and keeping those. I've kept the motors at least, so I have got those. So that's one thing I've kept back. My front end of my TT Judder's under moderate braking. I've checked suspension and all okay, but can't work out what's causing the issue. So all your bushes okay as well. You've got no issues with I guess you've checked the braking side of things as well. That you've got no warped or worn discs, because that could be a problem. You're not running anything like space on the wheels. Mine's chugging from a cold start. Notice a bit of oil in the plugs. Definitely worth changing your plugs out. I'd also check if you've got problems with your PCV system as well. If you're having problems at cold start, just doing disc and pad ready for the summer. Yeah, great idea to do, Mark. That is. The PCV system is one of those systems in the car. I think Andy Mortimer, if you're still on, I'm sure you are. I know that your car was doing something similar, wasn't it, from cold? And you changed your PCV for a catch can, and that solved all your problems. So that is definitely a thumbs up for a catch can setup. If your car is struggling with its PCV, then it's one thing you can do. That'll probably be bushes on the front control arms. It often causes juddering. Yeah, I did mention it could be bushes. So hopefully that might be a nice, easy fix for you. Bushes, oh no, Spencer. Yeah, PCV. Yeah, PCV is a bit of a pig, isn't it? And what people start doing is they start replacing pipes on the PCV system. And funny enough, Colin that was here yesterday that had his that I sorted his water bottle for, he'd bought a few PCV pipes to replace. So he showed me when he was here. There's a pipe that sits just on the PCV system that goes to the crankcase, I think, and I think that it's got like two pipes that go around like a hard to describe it. They're like curved. They all go into one pipe. Two pipes into one pipe. Best way to describe it. And they split. They quite often they split. And he decided to replace that. And he bought another pipe that went from the hockey puck down to the tip, because that's also like a long pipe. It's really soft and it collapses because of the vapor that goes through it. And it's held in place on the tip by a single-use Jubilee clip. And I don't know if he'd maybe gone a bit heavy-handed on it, but basically he'd snapped the bit off the tip, so you can't get it on. So he needed a new tip. So I think Sercan supplied him a new tip to replace it with. But it's one of those things. If you're replacing PCV parts, you've got to be so careful, because you move something else and you'll cause something else to crack. It's so old, the PCV system. I would, if you don't have any problems, don't fiddle around with the PCV system. Just leave it alone, because if you haven't got problems, it's best not to introduce them. Put in nice shiny, what's the word I'm looking for? Not synthetic, like urethane hoses on. If you're going to replace it with silicone hose, that's the word I'm looking for. If you're looking to put silicone hoses on the car, they're great, but don't start disrupting it just for the look of the pipe, because you find you're breaking another pipe off, you replace another one, and in the end you've replaced all the pipes, because it's just and I don't think you ever really get them spot on, those pipes. They're always causing problems later down the line. Catch can did wonders for the Merlin. Yeah, absolutely did. There you go. Massive vote of confidence there for Andy's Merlin. Someone here recommended someone I should contact. Can you please put a name in the chat for me, please? I think it was someone mentioned to contact Bryn at BWSTT, Penny. So if you look up BWSTT, Bryn, in fact, if you, I'll send you his phone number afterwards. I don't know if he's on here tonight. He may not be. I know he does pop on from time to time. But if he's on here, he might want to reach out. But if not, I'll send you Bryn's phone number, Penny, and then I'd say give him a call tomorrow. He is like the TT guru. He's based up in the Midlands, so being in Oxfordshire, you're not too far away. He does travel, so definitely recommend that you speak to Bryn. He would probably tell you the same as I've told you. It's, you know, I think from your MOT history, you've got 8 days to get it sorted from when your MOT expires. So it might be the case if you can maybe get Bryn booked up for this weekend, or if you can get him to come and visit you, you can get it all done ready for MOTing next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We mentioned about things we found on Facebook, didn't we? But what? And we talked about the avoiding scammers, didn't we? I've already covered that. But what else was I going to talk about? Talked about what's broken in your cars, haven't I? So, guys, if you've got any problems, please put it in the chat. I'm going to talk about. I might have a look under my bonnet in a minute, and we'll sort of look at what we can do on there. Glenn Grab, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you on as well. Nice to see you. I've seen you popping up and down on TikTok now and again, and hope you're doing well, buddy. Be good to catch up and see how your build's going. So, guys, if you've got any builds that you're doing at the moment for the cars, then let me know. If you've got any problems with your builds, let me know, because there's enough people on tonight, enough experts in the chat that we can really really help people out, and see what's going on with people's cars. It's always interesting to see what's going on. I've got what I've got going on at the moment video wise. I was going to talk about tonight. I've got the Fiesta drop links video that's going to come out. Obviously it's Fiesta, so I know that's not really interesting for a lot of people, but you know, it does have some, even though it's a Fiesta, it does have some correlation across the TT. Suspension parts are suspension parts, aren't they? So they all do the same sort of job. Hello, Jack. How are you? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're having a good evening. It's probably getting a bit late now, so you'll be wrapping up for school, no doubt, I'm sure. Say hi to your dad for me. Chapelicious, I'm in the Midlands. Speaking to Bryn sounds very handy. If I could get his contact, that would be great. Chapelicious, happy. Yeah, if you drop, guys, if you want any of the details for people tonight, so if you want a list of the breakers, if you want me to put you in touch with Bryn, you know, drop me a message. You can find Bryn. He's on YouTube as well, guys. So he's much bigger than me as well here on YouTube. So he is the actual Audi TT Mark 1 guru. He does a live show. Well, he does a news show on a Tuesday night. Definitely recommend checking out his news show. But if you search for BWSTT, you'll find his channel. I'm sure you'll know where he is anyway. But I'm not sure if he has his phone number on the channel. But I'm sure he won't mind me passing his number on for you to contact him for some work. So if you want his number, drop me a message and I'll put his number up. Send it over to you as well. But of course, if you want anything from me, if you want any hoodies, t-shirts and merchandise, you can check out the merch store as well now, because that's now up and running. It's got the t-shirts and hoodies for Springfest. So if you come to Springfest and you want to be part of the Springfest crew, then definitely check out the t-shirts. They're at sellshirts.com/marketplace/Andycharger. You'll find my store. It's also linked on my channel homepage. You can find it there as well. BWSTT, that's it. Chapelicious, you got it. Kenneth SE, I need a catch can right now. I'm just wiring from block and valve cover to atmosphere. Oh, yeah, you definitely do. You definitely need a catch can. You definitely wouldn't pass any emissions test doing that. Just sold engine out of my car and just bought 17Z 6-pot calipers to put 340 discs on and on front and 630cc injectors to go in new engine. Will be going in short. That sounds amazing. So you're definitely doing work. Don't forget to keep a baseball cap for me, mate. Right here, mate. I've got 2 left. I've got 2 baseball caps left. I haven't even got one for myself anymore. So the 2 baseball caps are gone because Steve Chesham, you want one. and Vanessa, you want one for Lee as well. So they're both gone. So they're both hanging up there, so I know where they are. But I think at Springfest, I think the garage is going to have to be out of bounds because I can't have people coming in the garage because it is such a mess, such a tip. It'd be embarrassing to bring anyone in here because I can't really show how bad it is. This bit looks nice and tidy, doesn't it? But the other side looks a right old mess. But yeah. But for those that weren't on the start, did anyone see my spanner? Let me show you my spanner again. Look at this bad boy. Look at that for a spanner. That is a 50mm spanner. Has anyone got a bigger spanner than that? That's not a perspective thing. That is actually how big that spanner is. It's huge. It takes almost like 2 hands to hold it. So yeah, so a friend of mine gave me that on Thursday night as a present. He's probably working tonight. He was on at the start of the show, but he works as a recovery driver, and he went to a garage, let's say, last week that was actually an illegal chop shop, and he was told he could help himself to anything he wanted, and that's what he got me. He got me that. He said, I saw that on the floor, and I knew exactly who would want that. So that's a great spanner. I haven't found a nut big enough yet to undo with it. So there you go. Oh, we've got one for doing lorries and yards. Someone, I knew if I had a 50, someone would have a 52 or a 58. Okay, yeah, it's mad though. Yeah, no, I did say, has anyone got a bigger one? So Glenn, you win a prize somewhere, I think, because you've definitely got a bigger one. Once it's done, mate, it's coming to you for first video. Please do, Glenn. I know you've been saying that for a while, but once it's done, I'm looking forward to seeing that car because I think that'll be an amazing car to see. Guys, if you're enjoying what you're watching, then please make sure you're giving it a thumbs up. Press the little thumbs up button. It costs nothing to do that. Simon Siggets, hello from Turkey. Wow, you're on holiday. Well, make sure you rush back because I know you're coming to Springfest in just 2 weeks' time. So I was looking forward to seeing you at Springfest, buddy. Hope you're having a great time in Turkey. What part of Turkey are you in? Hopefully somewhere nice and warm. It's a bit cold in the garage tonight. I might need old Mr. Foreman's gilet that he bought me. Yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. But yeah, so there's my 50. Now that Glenn's told me he's got a bigger one, I'm going to put it back up in shame now. Put it back on my wall. So I think when I did put a picture of it up on my Instagram page, I think, and Bryn made a comment like, "Oh, cute" or something like that because obviously he's got a bigger one. So yeah, that's a real big one. Yeah, it is a big one. Yeah, absolutely. But what else are we going to talk about? So yeah, so obviously for the competition tonight, I know many of you have seen it already, but I want to make sure no one misses out on this. This is the TOPDON Carpal. This is my TOPDON Carpal, and this is a brand new one right here. And this is the prize for tonight. So if you want to be in chance of winning this, I want you to comment right now in the chat. I want you to make a comment tonight that just anything in the live chat. But you must also be a subscriber. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, and anyone that leaves a comment that's a subscriber will go into the draw to win this. I've got one, and I love it. I'm giving this one away. This is £50, this gadget. So if you want one, definitely pick one up. And maybe if you haven't won tonight, or if you want to pick one up separately, then you can pick one up from my TikTok shop as well. They're actually on special offer on my TikTok shop, so you can get one of those. Allow you to scan the car, see what's going on with it, see what the problem is, and fix it. So yeah, interestingly, so my one, it's the same size on the inside, but that's my box, and that's this one. Look, it's even bigger. It's got a bigger box. So I don't know what you've got. You might have something extra inside your one. But yeah, so I've got one of those. It's going to be a prize. So again, if you want to be in a chance of winning that, you know what you need to do. Comment and give it a like as well, and definitely subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to become a member of the channel, you can do so as well. Click the little $sign down below to give me a donation, or to also join the channel as a member and support all I do here at the channel. And all memberships, donations are all greatly received. So thank you very much. Evening, Scott Harrison. How are you doing, Scott? I think you are the gentleman that's got the had the TT with the the silver bumper with the like different colour headlight in doors and different colour wings and stuff. If I remember right, it's all like different colours, and I think it had purple seats as well. I think you're friends of Andy Morton, if I remember rightly. I remember speaking to you at the Motorist many moons ago. Don't give it to me. I'll never use it. Okay, well, don't win it then. Is the answer. YouTube viewer 007 Mark 1 TT's rock. Great, thank you very much. Great to have you along. Are you a subscriber? Hopefully you are. Because if you're a subscriber and you've commented, you'll be in a chance to win one of these amazing Top Don Car Pals. So definitely, yeah. And if you are, and of course, if you do win it and you are the chosen person, and I pull your username out of the hat, then you must obviously have to get in touch with me after that point, because I need to know who you are, because username alone won't be able to get me to get that part to you. But hey ho. But hopefully, hope you're enjoying what you're doing, watching what you're watching tonight. I hope if you've got any more questions, please put it out to me as well. If there's anything you want to ask me about, and if you want to talk about the car, we can do so. I might say this is the dash cam that I've just reviewed. It's going to be on the channel this week. I'm just waiting for a final sign off from DD Pi that they're happy with the video, and once it's out, it'll be coming out. I do cover some of the things on this, so I've got a couple of these. Obviously, I'm going to pick this up for a minute. So that is the Z90, and that's the 3-camera version. So that has got the dash cam, it's got the cabin cam and the rear view camera, and this is just the dash cam and the rear view camera. It hasn't got the internal one, but they've asked me to review this. It's a 4K camera, and there's a massive difference, and you'll see in the video that's coming out between the 4K and the 1080p. So HD and 4K, big difference in clarity, particularly for number plates. These are about 70 quid, I think, these cameras. There will be, I haven't been sent it, but there'll be a discount code coming for this particular camera when I put it out. But some of the things you need to think about when you're fitting these cameras, right? When you buy a camera online, or when you buy a camera anywhere, read the small print about them, because they come with a lot of features now. They come with things such as like parking guardians. So when your car is parked up, it's constantly monitoring if there's any damage to the car or knocks your car, so it starts recording straight away. But of course, to do that, it's got to come to life and be powered off the ignition or off the battery at all times. So of course, a lot of the plug-in USB-C chargers that go into the 12-volt charger, they're not giving you constant power, so the camera may not come to life when it needs to, things like that. So they come with these intelligent wiring systems, and I'm going to pick one up to show you what that looks like. This is something quite important about cameras. Here's another camera, a Red Tiger. This is another one. But they come with these intelligent wiring systems, okay? So if we look inside this box, it has various jumper fuses, various wiring looms that come with it, right? So this isn't any good if you are hoping to plug it in to your 12-volt charger. Now, because this Red Tiger one, it comes with those wiring systems, the intelligent wiring and the 12-volt battery. This one comes with the intelligent wiring system, but no 12-volt charger. So if you are buying this, it's a fantastic camera, but you are going to either be able to know how to wire things into the wiring in the car yourself. It doesn't plug and play as easy. Or you're going to need to get in touch with an auto electrician to fit it. But it is a good camera. I've been test driving it on the Papaya against the one that's built into the Papaya. That's in there. The what's it called? But anyway, it's a 1080p one. This blows it away. So it's a really good camera, but you do need to know what you're doing wiring wise. Yes, all the way to the rear wing. Can you send the TikTok link for the windscreen clearer? Thanks, Richard Stevenson. I can, but you could. When I sent you the link to the camera, you couldn't buy that either. So, but I will send it, Richard. I'll send you the link to the clearer. What am I looking? Just rolling back down. We don't need the taxi driver version. It's good though. That is so. So this one, this Z90, I'm actually going to wire this into the Roadster to take to France, because it's going to film in the car. It's going to film ahead of the car and also out the back window. And I think that'll be really good for having footage for my video I'm making for my tour around France. I'm going to talk more about what I'm doing about that, because that road trip's going to be a monster road trip video, talking all the lovely places we're going and showing it all and sharing the story of the car abroad and how it holds up. Family function missed tonight. That trim that runs along the side of the car, does it come off all the way down to rear quarter glass? Paul C. Yeah, I know that Richard's just come back on that. Yes, it does. You need to drill out the rivets. There's 11 rivets that go around the driver's door, above the driver's door. So you take the rubber off the driver's door, you drill out the 11 rivets, and then the little trim that goes, the strip that goes down the back of the little rear quarter glass has got 3 metal clips, and you get a pry tool and you just pry that off, and then it comes off in one go. Easy to do. And then, of course, if you've got a pop riveter, you can just pop rivet back on once it's been painted. I would do that rather than masking it up. That is the best way to do it. Steve Craddock, thank you very much for your donation, buddy. Absolute legend. I can't wait to get the papaya to you to get that car detailed. That's going to be amazing. Looking forward to making that video of you, mate, because I think that will be a really great advert for you and a really great result for the car, and showing people how they can detail their cars as well. Absolutely, 100%. Thanks, Andy and Co. No worries, Paul. Good to have you along. Always here to help you out as well. Any questions, guys, please do put them in the chat and we'll see if we can help. Maybe I need to make a bit more of a detailed video on that, because I know that short is up there, but it's not easy to find. Maybe I need to put a more detailed version of it together before that breaker goes. Can you help me with a logo, please, Andy? Yeah, Steve, I can. I did send you a couple of logos. I don't know if they were any good, or if you want me to, we can work on that. We can get that logo as you want it. But yeah, let me know what you want the logo to look like, and we can work on it. Come up with some ideas between us. Definitely build it for you, though. No worries. Least I can do. But yeah, so when I go to France, say that we are going to detail all of the performance of the car, how it handles the weather, you know, how we deal with the car in France. We'll talk about the Crit Air sticker. We'll talk about the tolls. We'll talk about what we see while we're out there. We'll do lots and lots of stuff. It's going to be a great trip. It's going to be great to sort of like cover with you guys and show you what we're doing as well. And yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be a really good trip. 2 weeks of just driving around. We've got quite a tight deadline of where we've got to be every night, but I think it's been good. It's going to culminate halfway through the trip, where we are going to be in Monaco. I'm going to drive a lap around Monaco as close to the track as I can be allowed to on public roads. But we'll film that, and then I'll do 2 laps of it. And I'll put Rom at the side of the road with a camera, and she can film me going past at times as well. It'll be really good. Used to drive to the Alps every year for snowboarding. Oh, I didn't know you were a boarder, mate. Yeah, we'll have to have a little boys' trip to the Alps. Maybe do an Andycharger trip to the Alps next winter, and we'll do a few days snowboarding, because I love snowboarding. So we just got back in. We went in March this year. So yeah. Do Heinz or Gerrit do paperback manuals for Haynes? That is. Yes. Do you know what, Keith? Haynes do a paperback manual. It's pretty poor, actually. The Bentley manual was the one that people tend to go for. The Haynes one's okay. I've got the Haynes one. I haven't got the Bentley manual, and the Haynes is okay, but it's not great. Got to walk the dog now. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Chapalicious, great to have you along. And yes, Simon, yeah, let's do a snowboard trip. I'm always up for a snowboard trip. Yeah, I have the Haynes. Yeah, it's a bit pants in it, that manual. Oh, you think it's good? Vanessa says it's good though, so I don't know. So maybe she enjoys using it. I just think it's a little bit poor. It's not detailed enough, really. It misses a lot of steps. Hence why when I do my videos, they are very, very detailed. They are very, very basic, because I want people to do these jobs that maybe aren't used to doing jobs themselves. They've never done jobs before, or they're as new to it as I was when I first started doing stuff. And I think it's important to learn from the ground up, not just a lot of these videos are like, you do this, you do that, and it's already like unassembled, and people are like, well, how did you get to that stage? Well, following my videos, it's pretty much noddy stuff. It'll get you right through all those steps, and I hope that's people like that. Um, got the Haynes, saw the Bentley go for £50 on eBay. Yeah, it goes for a lot more than that, buddy. It's quite an expensive book. If you get a chance to get hold of one, it's always worth getting hold of. I think sometimes it goes for well over £100. So if you know someone that's got one for £50, then I'd definitely pick that one up because that might be a bargain at £50. So definitely worth having a look at. But yeah, for next Monday, obviously I will be live next Monday night on the channel as well. So just because it's bank holiday doesn't mean that the channel stops. Hopefully it will have. Thank you, Keith, for your €5 donation there, buddy. Massively appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. Always a keen support of the channel. Appreciate that. TTQ would make an excellent snowboarding car. The Haldex takes on snow like a Siberian Husky. Yeah, do you know they do like a on the roof bars? They do a snowboard mount for the Mark One, so you can put your snowboards on the roof if you want to do that. Can't really see me doing that. It'd be interesting to take the TT to the Alps, though, wouldn't it? There's not an awful lot of luggage space, and that's the trouble. So you'd be a bit struggling for what you do. We tend to take my brother's and my brother-in-law's Ford Ranger down to the Alps, pack it full of all the boards. We drive down there, have 4 of us in the car, and then the kids all fly down there on their own. Not sure how I got lumbered with that, but the kids all fly down all their gears, driven down by us, and then they all get out there, get all their boards on, and off they go. Lovely. Did you watch the Haggerty video about a TT? I haven't. I don't really watch many other YouTube videos, really, other than I don't tend to watch TT stuff of all things, really. I think because I'm always busy making stuff, I tend to my thing for watching on YouTube is actually space documentaries of all things. That's my passion. And so I love like vintage space stuff. So I like all the '60s, the whole Apollo era, Gemini, Mercury era, all that sort of stuff. I like all the old stuff from there. So that's really my go-to to watch. I tend to read a lot, so a lot of my YouTube stuff, the videos I've got, it tends to be stuff I've researched and looked up. But yeah, the Sport takes a board without any adaptation at an angle without the bag. Yeah, be a bit uncomfortable though with a board when you is. But yeah, Andy, I've not looked at that yet. That video, I should watch it really, shouldn't I? But yeah, you should buy a telescope. Probably not bad where you are. Yeah, I've got a telescope. We've got, it's quite a big. I don't know what you class it as, but it's about that long. It's a barrel one. It's massive, and it's got like a tracker on it as well, so you can follow the moon. So we have looked at the moon quite a bit on it, so it's all pretty cool. But yeah, we often sit in the garden late at night and watch the space station go over. We watched it. We were in the hot tub last week, and I looked up and I thought that's quite big for a satellite to be going over. It was had quite a haze around the outside. It's the International Space Station that goes over. It's quite hazy around the outside, not just like a little dot going like the Starlinks do. And yeah, it was quite interesting. I'm getting off topic, aren't I? Talking about my things that make me that I get passionate about more than just cars. So apologies to boring people about space. But yeah, so I will be going over what I need to get this car ready for the road trip. So there will be a video coming about what you need to do to get your car ready for any long distance road trip. So hopefully people will find it interesting. That's what sucks about the roads. They can't throw boards inside. No, you put the roof down. Put the roof down. Easy. It gets a bit cold when you're driving to the Alps, but you could put the roof down and off you go. I don't know how you'd yeah, you'd have to have no passengers though, would you, if you did that? Otherwise, they're going to get in the way a bit. But yeah, so we're going to maybe do a video about what you need for any long distance road trip. That might be a prelude to us going off and doing it. Not in January, yeah, it'd be a bit cold in January, wouldn't it? But yeah, so we're going to be doing that. But yeah, again, guys, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. If you've left a comment tonight, you'll go into the draw for the Carpal. So we'll be giving that away. I've got another one here. I've got an X-Tool one here as well. I've not really used that, so I should do a bit of research into that X-Tool one. That might be another good one as well. I know that I've got some other bits that I'm going to be looking for, seeing if people want. So when you come, for those that are coming to SpringFest, I'll have a variety of dash cams jump packs, you name it, on here for sale as well. So if you're interested in buying one that I've got, I'm more than happy to pass that on at cost, because I'd rather help you guys out, get you one of these cheaply rather than people go and pay full price. Because if I've got a couple of them, then I'm happy to part with one. I don't need all of them to keep me going, do I? But yeah, happy to help you guys out as well. But yeah, so we've been live for 2 hours now. There's still 28 people on. Guys, if you are enjoying what you're watching, you've not yet given it a thumbs up, can I ask you to give it a thumbs up as well? So I know people are enjoying what they're watching. So there's 28 of you still on. So is there anything you want me to cover off that I've not already covered this evening? If there is, then please let me know in the chat and I will cover it off. Where are you located, Andy? I am based in Kent. So I'm between Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells is my location. So that gives you an idea of where I'm based. So if guys, I always say, if you're local to me and you want things, want things like chains reading, or you want your car scanned or anything like that, I'm always happy to do that. So I must go now, but thanks so much. No worries, Penny. I'll drop you an email with some information as well for port with Bryn's details, so you've got that. But yeah, glad to help as always, Penny, and yeah, stay in touch. What was that? I'd like to make a shelf between the seats to put my dog. He keeps standing on the buttons. Yeah, that's maybe put like a little cover over it. Please fix my TT Sport. Are you still going to look underneath the bonnet? I've not. No. Shall I do that? Shall we have a look under the bonnet? I'm not. I will see if I can do that. Let's see if we can look under the bonnet. In fact, oh, that's not so good. The camera's got a mind of its own when I do that. I'm going to look under the bonnet, and what I'm also going to do, I'm going to turn that round. When we look under the bonnet, I'm going to tell you about another little gadget I've got that I think is absolute a spot-on gadget that every TT should have. Has anyone broken these plastic clutch pedals? Yeah, they all break. There's actually you can actually get a fix for that clutch pedal to stop that happening. There is a fix for that. For definitely check that out. If you just Google that plastic clutch pedal fix, you'll find that for the TT. So I'm going to put that down there, and hopefully the camera's going to follow me. He says. So what we're going to do is we're going to look under here. So here is under the bonnet, right, tonight. But what I'm going to show you is if you're broken down at the side of the road, one of the things that you really need is a torch, right? So I've got a couple of these as well. So maybe I'll try and give one of these away one of these weeks as well. These are made by Warsun, and what they are, they've got like a blue light there, like that. If I just turn all these different ones on, you've got this. This has got 3 different lights on the side of it, different brightnesses, right? And the good thing is it's magnetic as well, so I can put it onto my hinge. Put it the right way around, Andy. There you go, like that. So it magnetises onto my hinge, and it gives light under the bonnet like it's daylight. It really does. And of course, if you've got your phone at the side of the road, maybe you're broken down at the side of the road, and you were on the phone to the emergency service in the pitch black. Yeah, you've got a flashlight on your phone, but you need the phone battery for ringing people. You can't also ring people and use the torch at the same time. So having one of these magnetic torches is an absolute lifesaver. So I'd have one of those in your glove box. Now you can say, oh yeah, but it's magnetic, it's not going to stick to the TT. Well, your bonnet hook is metal that it will magnetise. It's made of steel, I guess. So you can then stick it straight on there. It magnetises on, and then it floodlights all under your bonnet. Now I've got all the lights on the garage tonight, so it isn't really helping you see how bright this is, but it really is a bright little torch. It's made by Warsun. There's a few different ones that you get. This is a really good one. I've only had this about a week, but it's small enough that you can see the size of it. It's a little thin torch like that, sits in my glove box normally. It's USB-C chargeable as well, so it's spot on. So I'd recommend if you are driving around, particularly late at night in your TT, you haven't got one, get a torch for your glove box, because particularly one like that, because that's a really good one. So I'm going to have to turn the little it's going to turn the face tracker off for a minute like that, because what I can do then, if I do this, and bring you over here, it's not going to follow my face. So I have taken the cover off already, so it's not broken or detached. It's going to take it off and put that to one side. So then we are looking under the engine cover. So what are we going to be doing under here over the next few weeks? Well, over the next week or so. Well, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be changing the plugs. So here at the back, you've got the 4 coil packs. Now, 2 of the coil packs sit under this. Is this the N249 here? I think it might be. I'm pretty sure that's the N249 there. This is the N75, I think, this one here, but I think this is the N249. You need to be unbolted. There's a little 10mm bolt that holds it in place. So we're going to have to unbolt that, but be really careful taking that off. So if you're doing plugs, highly recommend you take extra care removing all of this, because you've got all of these pipes, these very delicate pipes as they are now. Very easy to split, very easy to break. You won't replace them. They are very brittle as well because they're very old. So doing this with extreme care, make sure you unclip everything so it comes out in one piece. Don't be straining and stressing pipes. It looks mad the other way around your camera. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to reverse the to flip the image. I don't think. I've got all these options at the bottom, right? I don't think I've got an option to do it. No, I don't want to be playing games. What's that? Oh, I could have put that on there, couldn't I? I forgot to put a super chat goal up. I should have put a super chat goal up so people could donate super chats to keep us going. Well, maybe we'll do that next week. But yeah, so these pipes are all very brittle, so I want to make sure that they are not disturbed too much when I take them off, because to get to those 2 coil packs is going to be a bit of a challenge. So I feel dizzy like when Will Ferrell remember numbers in the film The House. Okay, try not to confuse people too much. But so they need to come off. Now the filter, the oil filter I'm going to do, obviously that's done from underneath. Now the under tray is off the car at the moment, so we can get to all of that, so it's nice and easy. I'm going to do a video on changing spark plugs, because I'm going to talk you through how you access it, because telling someone how to take a spark plug out is easy, but telling you how to access it on the TT is not so easy, because you need to remove so much to access the plugs. So we're going to go through all of that in detail. So that will help, I hope, some of you that maybe want to give these jobs a go. And it sounds a simple job, but well, how do I even get to it? So we'll even go as far as removing that plastic cover to get to it, because that's quite easy. Very easy to break that plastic cover, because you've got the back of the engine, you've got these 2 metal lugs here and here, and that plastic cover, if I grab it, this plastic, something just dropped out. These are the sockets that those plastic lugs go into, and if you see those plastic lugs, they are like they're rubbery, and if I just bend it like that, he says, I won't do it, but basically you can free that up. You can free that up from that plastic strip. Now, what I'd noticed on Colin's one yesterday is this plastic strip here had snapped off completely. So this wasn't held in place anymore, because I think he'd been a bit heavy-handed with it. And so really, if you break that off, you'd need to replace the whole cover. Now, you can probably pick these up quite cheap from a lot of breakers, because people tend to remove these and don't reuse them. Or you might even get them on Facebook Marketplace, because people remove this because they want to expose the engine more. I think it makes the engine look better with it on, personally, but that's personal preference. So again, for doing that, once you've got, so I'm going to show you how to take it off. There's 2 plastic turnable screws here at the front that hold it in place. One there and one there. And you turn that little cross-headed screw, and it pops out, and then you lift it off and slide it off. And same for putting back on. You line up these 2 metal lugs at the back here. So I'm going to find where that is. Like that. There you go, like that. And then you can see on my one, if I hold it at the front here, that is solid at the back. What you find, people that have broken off, this lifts off at the back, so it's not locked in. So you need to make sure it's done. Lee said changing the plugs looked too scary, so he got Badger 5 to do it. I get that. I don't think it's scary. I think it's just you need to take your time because you've got too many pipes and stuff to take off to get to them. But I totally get where you're coming from with it, Vanessa. Is that it's just literally a case of undoing the M249 on that bolt there just to lift it off, and then you can get to it all nice and easy. But yeah, so we are going to do that this week. Oil filter, I say, is going to be done. I'm going to do an oil change. I've got so the castor oil, the second lot of castor oils turned up. The plugs that we talked about, I don't know if you remember last week, but we talked about changing those Bosch plugs because I had 4 Bosch plug boxes in the glove box and 3 Bosch plugs because there was only 3 there. And I thought maybe I had the 4th plug, used it on my lawnmower when I was testing it. I went through the glove box and funny enough, the 4th plug is actually in there unused. So I've got 4 brand new Bosch plugs. I'm going to gap those. I'm going to get them on the car, and then the car will be good as new, I'm hoping. I mean, it runs well anyway, but I think just renewing those parts will help it out as we get this ready for taking around France in just a couple of weeks. So yeah, I've got a busy few weekends coming up. So this weekend is getting the garden ready for Springfest, and it's a long weekend obviously, so I'll be live on Monday night here on the channel speaking to you all. Saturday I'm going to my sister-in-law is DJing at a drum and bass festival down in Lewis, so we're going to that. Looking forward to that on Saturday evening. Can't wait to see her DJ. Sunday there'll be gardening, Monday will be gardening, then the following weekend is Springfest. So Saturday I'm sure will be all hands to the pump, getting the garden ready, getting all the bakes and treats and things made, helping Romy get that all ready. The weekend after that, I'm in Sheffield for an ice hockey tournament. It's the Masters, UK Masters that weekend. And the weekend after that, I'm in France for our road trip. So a few busy weekends. But like I said, I am going to do a live on a Monday night, even when I'm away. I'm going to broadcast live from France. Hopefully we can find some free Wi-Fi somewhere and tell you how the trip's going, answer any questions, and just join in and catch up with you and share what we've got going on. I might even try and get Romy to take part in that. She's a bit camera shy, but maybe we can both be on it and I can involve her maybe. So it'd be nice to get her involved in it too. But yeah, so we've got that going on. But yeah, so again, so plugs and points have been done. Air filter we're going to do as well. So the air filter is obviously under here. I've got this is very standard on the bonnet. There's no modifications I'm doing here at all. Now the only thing I've noticed under here, I'm going to turn my light on for a minute. It's down here. So here is the hockey puck right here, and there's that funny valve I spoke about that I said is like it's like a Y valve, isn't it? Almost. It's got a pipe that goes into the hockey puck. It's got a pipe that goes into the rocker cover, and then a pipe that goes off down here. Not sure that one goes down to, but it goes down. I think it goes off to the inlet manifold. Actually, that pipe down there. But at the bottom of the hockey puck, there is a return that goes back off to the tip, the turbo intake pipe, right there. And my one, if I squeeze that, is so soft. But it does feel like a straight, although it's bent, it does feel like a pretty standard pipe that I could probably undo the clip off it and put a new one on. The trouble is, I'm a little bit nervous about undoing things on the PCV system. As I've mentioned, fiddling around with things that are not broken. Because while that feels a bit soft, and I bet it's probably collapsing under boost, I don't want to start fiddling with it if it's not broken, because I think that's going to introduce new problems. I've missed so many comments, guys. I'm just scrolling back through. People just freak out because German sports car. Door dropping, top hinge worn. How bad is it to change? Paul C, that needs a shim in it. Quite easy to do. There's a kit you can buy online for that. First time Lee attempted the plug change, he broke a pipe on the N249. Take spare things that sit on the plugs. Sorry. Yeah, they're call packs. Will the camera be on for the France? Yeah, the camera will be with us in France. We'll be doing that. See if Phil, you might have already gone. So if you're not, speak to you. No doubt we'll get an email in a week. All the vacuum lights, etc., should be replaced sight unseen anyways. Yeah, they should be replaced, but by fiddling with one, you could disrupt another. So it is a bit, you need to be a little bit careful on it. So when I'm doing this on the N249, I'm going to be very, very careful with what I remove. I'm going to do it pipe at a time to make sure I'm not breaking anything. It is a very, very old bit of kit, this now. So we need to be very careful when we're removing things. So a great example being on this, there's this metal clip that attaches there, and that's got to come off from the N249. So we need to make sure that comes off. Going to unbolt it and see if we can just lift it out of the way. The N75 there, that is all bracketed up. I've got a spare N75, so if we lose anything on that, then that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, hopefully that's going to go well. But it's always a bit nerve-wracking doing anything with these cars, you know, because they are so old and brittle now. And the last thing I want to do is break it before I go away, you know. So I think I might have to be a little bit careful. What I do, take my time, document what I do, and yeah. And I might even ask Bryn for some tips for removing that without breaking it. But so there's two little bolts that hold it in place there. It's got like a metal bracket that bolts onto the top of the head as well. That needs to come off as well, and the rocker cover. I can see one of the core packs just there, so yeah. Scary old stuff, but we'll be okay. We'll get it done. It was the door dropping that caused my leak. Driver's door realigned now. That's good. My water hose split when I was at Bryn's. That's not so great. Got to scoot off. Catch you on the next one. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate you being on tonight. I probably am going to drop off. There's still loads of you on watching tonight, but I probably am going to drop off in a bit now because, yeah, because it's just getting late in the night. We've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes tonight, so I'll probably drop off and pick up with you all next week. But guys, before I go, if you've not already given it a thumbs up tonight, can I ask you to give the video a thumbs up so I know you're enjoying what you're watching? We're at 46 likes at the moment, so I'm sure there must be 4 of you out there that haven't clicked the button out of those 25. I've been drinking German beers, which is what a German guy had. Lager was a vodka in, awesome invention. Yeah, German beer is the way forward. German beer is always the way forward, Simon. Highly recommend German beer. Any beer I think is worth having. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining me on the live tonight. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you for being a supporter of the Andycharger channel as well. And again, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. If you're not yet a channel member and you want to support me and all I do, then definitely click on the member link, the join link down below to become a channel member. That always helps. Thank you, Richard, for all your support as well. Steve, going to watch the last few minutes of North London's Finest. Oh, okay, mate, you go off and do that. Thanks, Simon. Have a great week, everybody. Yeah, thanks, Scott. You all have a great week. Also, beer would be nice now, eh? Yeah, a beer would be very nice. But instead, I'm going to go off and get some stuff done. Vanessa, thank you. Great night. See you on Wednesday for Fiesta Chat. Don't forget, guys, if you've enjoyed what you've watched tonight and you want to just listen to me rabbit on again on Wednesday, join us for the Fiesta Chat as well. We're on Fiesta night on Wednesday, 7:30, talking with the Fiesta and all things. We end up normally talking TTs in the end, so definitely be on. See you on the next one, Stephen. Thank you, buddy. Great to have you along. Always great to have you guys on a live on a Monday. See you in a couple of weeks, Mark. Absolutely. Thank you for your support, guys. Gap in spark plugs causes a weakness on the electrode as it bends it. If it breaks, bang on top of the piston. Spark plugs are a remove and replace job. Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing that right now. But yeah, but thanks for being on tonight, guys. So definitely, it's been a pleasure to talk to you and talk about all the things. Remember to leave a comment and also make sure you subscribe to be in the chance of winning the Carpal gadget tonight. And yeah, I've enjoyed speaking to you all. Have a great evening, and I'll speak to you later in the week. But check out content coming this week on the ADTT Mark 1. See you, everybody. Bye.